Do it. Dale's doing
it. This is Girard Sports Live. This is Girard Sports Live.
Augustine does the big fire three. Good!
Girard Sports Live is presented by Pregame Telephone, your community technology partner. Also by Ag Choice of Hepler, American Family Insurance, Jenny Collins Agency, Bradshaw Collision Repair, Brumback Service Center, Call Service, Chicken Annie's of Girard, Chris Paoni, DDS, Community National Bank and Trust of Girard, Evans Motors, Exchange State Bank, Farm Bureau Financial Services, First National Bank, Fort Scott Community College, G&W Foods Family Super, Girard National Bank, Canar Eye Care, Larrett Ceramics, Lehman Realty, Mathis Drug, McClellan Sanitation, Medical Lodges Girard, Norris Outdoor, Pearls and Curls Boutique, Producers Co-op Farm Store, Producers Cooperative Association, TJ Belcher at State Farm Insurance, and Westridge Assisted Living.
Off to Hanson. Hanson, he'll drive. Libya, little runner with the right hand. Good, and the foul. Libya Hanson gets the bucket and the foul.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Good Friday evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the weekend and welcome to another night of high school basketball here in Southeast Kansas. Welcome to beautiful Girard, Kansas and Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium as we get set for a high school boys and girls basketball doubleheader tonight on homecoming in Girard as the Lady Trojans welcome in the Columbus Titans in what I think will be a really good night of high school basketball here on Girard Sports Live. BJ Harris along with you. Alongside me is Josh Lettner as we get ready for this one. The Girard Lady Trojans, 9-4 in the year, 2-0 in the CNC and in the driver's seat of the CNC Conference, coming off a pretty solid win on Tuesday against a very tenacious Frontenac team. Lady Trojans fell behind 2-0 early in that ball game, tied it up 2-2, and then never relinquished the lead. They took that lead with 5:20 to go in the first quarter and never trailed after that point. They built a 5-point lead into the first quarter, only led by 4 at the end of the first half, but started to kind of chip away and add to that lead as they got into the third quarter and then ran away with it in the fourth quarter. Lady Trojans at the free throw line, 19 of 27 in that ball game, and a really good free throw shooting night all the way around for both teams. Lady Trojans did well, led, of course, by Sydney Crane, who just continues to impress. Talked to Coach Urlacher about that fact in just a little bit. But Sydney from the free throw line the other night, 9 of 11 from the free throw line. That is really good. And that is bouncing back from a game against Fort Scott that Sydney did not shoot the ball very good from the free throw line. And, you know, I'm not saying cost them the game, but certainly did not help them put it away in that fourth quarter, and they end up falling to Fort Scott. So she clearly had that as a focus in the ball game against Frontenac. Josh, bring you in here, and that was a scrappy team in Frontenac, and Lady Trojans have had varying degrees of success against teams that are kind of physical with them, but the other night it seemed like they rose to the occasion and really matched that intensity.
Yeah, it's a good thing to see. You know, they've done a pretty good job this year of bouncing back off of those losses. You know, a bad loss at Pittsburgh High, they bounce back, win their next game, and that's why they play those SEK League opponents. You know, you go out and you face teams that maybe you're not as used to seeing on a year-in, year-out basis. Maybe a little higher level of competition than what you'll see in the CNC, and that just helps sharpen their focus. And they came out pretty focused against the Raiders. And as a team, you're right, the Trojans have kind of struggled with free throw shooting this year, and it was really good to see them step to the line and knock down free throws, not just Sydney Crane, but as a team against Frontenac earlier this week.
Taking on the Lady Titans tonight, come in pretty good record, 9-5, 1-0. Looking at their schedule, they played in the St. Paul tournament, they played in the Lancer Classic. Those are not areas where you're going to find a ton of competition. They played St. Paul twice, they played Chitopa, they played Southeast. And they do have a loss, 56-41 to a very good Erie team. They're in the championship of the Lancer Classic. No, they did not make the championship of the Lancer Classic. Also have a loss and a win against St. Paul in this season. But right now coming in at 9-5, probably the one that's the biggest surprise, and one that tell you that Columbus is pretty good, was a game number 1, 52-50. They fell to a really good Galena team. But right now they're 1-0. They did get a win on Tuesday against Riverton, 57-37, and they'll be one that'll probably give Lady Trojans all they can handle here tonight in this one. Again, we do have homecoming this evening. We'll have those festivities between games. We'll bring those to you in their entirety. Congratulations to Malia Sandy, Addie Mangori, Cameron Towner, Kylie Freeman, and Jalen Jenkins. There are homecoming queen candidates tonight. One of those will be crowned homecoming queen. We'll have that for you a little bit later on. Also have a boys game coming up here tonight as well. Trojan men are 9-4 as well in the season. They're 2-0 in CNC play, and they won a dandy of a ball game on Tuesday against Frontenac. We'll talk more about that game as we roll on here on the pregame show. Up next, we're going to hear from the head coach of the Girard Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker. That's right here on the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show, brought to you by our friends at Community National Bank and Trust, serving the area for more than 30 years. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan instant issue mascot debit card. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. And of course, Girard Sports Live is presented by Croccan, your community technology partner. Don't get bit by slow speeds and high prices. Get gigabit from Croccan, the fastest internet in Southeast Kansas. To learn more, go to ruralfiber.org or see everything Croccan has to offer at ckt.net. Up next, the head coach of the Girard Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker, on the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show on Girard Sports Live.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan instant issue mascot debit card. While you're there, be sure to ask about their e-power checking, mobile banking, and bill pay, and new Guardian Secure checking. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC, and a proud supporter of Girard schools. Go Trojans!
Croccan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in Southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Good luck, Trojans, from your friends at Croccan. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
For over 80 years, Evans Motors has provided some of the best handshakes in the four-state area. No matter what type of handshake a situation calls for, Evans Motors will guide the hand into its proper position with the correct amount of pressure. Risky handshakes, classic handshakes, or something in between, Nate and Eddie have an arsenal of shakes, roughly umpteen. So the next time you want an optimal handshake, come to Evans Motors in Pittsburgh.
Producers Co-op of Girard has been serving the needs of farmers and ranchers in Southeast Kansas for decades. With a wide range of products and services, you'll be sure to find what you're looking for. Contact the Agronomy Center for seed recommendations, seed treatments, crop scouting, and more, or stop by the farm store for feeds, equipment, supplies, clothing, and accessories. Producers Co-op also has bulk fuels and propane available. To see everything Producers Co-op Association has to offer, visit them online at www.girardcoop.com or give them a call at 620-724-8241.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Welcome back to the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show here on Girard Sports Live. BJ Harris along with you as we settle in for a high school basketball boys and girls doubleheader tonight on homecoming as the Girard Trojans welcome in the Columbus Titans. Joining us now, the head coach of the Girard Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker. And Coach, a good win to move to 2-0 in the CNC last Tuesday night over Frontenac, one of your rivals, as always. And, it was kind of a gritty performance from your girls at times. Frontenac will throw a lot at you and was a tough team, but in the end, you guys got a pretty lopsided victory. How do you feel about that game, and how do you feel about your team right now at 2-0 in the CNC?
Well, they're a team that has a lot of physicality, and that's what they hang their hat on, and they're going to beat people up a little bit. They're going to get to the 50-50 balls. They're going to do those type of things, and I think what I'm proud of most from our kids is that I think we beat them at their own game in that fashion. That being said, offensive execution was not something that was at top notch or whatever you'd want to call it. We just didn't perform or execute well. I think offensively as a team, individually, Sydney Crane had an exceptional offensive game for us, and defensively, as it has all season long, kind of carried us through the game and allowed us to keep that lead that we had. But execution was not there all the time. But overall, the bright spots would be Sydney's performance, and then the defense.
Yeah, as I watched that game, I said in the broadcast, this is going to be a good game and a win, obviously, and any win's a win, but there's going to be plenty of places where on film you're going to learn from it, because there were some glaring deficiencies as you kind of, bore down in that a little bit more specifically. What was it on that offensive execution that you kind of went to work this week to try to clean up?
We just got some of our younger kids that haven't played. When they get in a game that has that much physicality, they kind of lose, for lack of a better term, I think they just lose their minds for a moment and, don't get a line correctly. And you really only need one player not getting a line correctly for the offense to just look out of whack. And it wasn't the same person every time. It was a different person. And we just didn't have the focus and execution on offense it takes to execute at the varsity level. And so, that's something that we've been working on all year, and it's, again, I told you, I think at the beginning of the season, you hope it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back, and that way you're going to be going forward. And it is a team that only has a couple players that really had any varsity experience whatsoever. So it's one of those deals that you just hope they by the end of this season are hitting on all cylinders.
All right, Columbus tonight. The Titans coming in on homecoming, Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. What do you know of them? What do you expect out of this ballgame?
Another team very similar to Frontenac. There's not a lot of blue-collar workers on this team. They're coming, rolling up their sleeves, and then they're going to get after you defensively, and they're going to bring a lot of energy. They're going to be going after those 50-50 balls, and so they're a team that. And it's what I tell my team all the time. If you're getting consistently after those 50-50 balls, you're winning that. You're holding the team to one shot. You're getting extra offensive rebounds, and you're doing all those things. You're going to be in every basketball game. That typifies who Columbus is. They've got a couple shooters from the outside that their shots look very, very unorthodox, but they go in most of the time. If you don't get a hand in their face and if you don't make them rush a little bit, obviously that's something we're going to do. They've got number 35 inside. She's a big, strong girl, and she's matured a lot in 1 year. She's not anywhere near the Barnes level of being able to step out and really stick threes and really get to the rim from the perimeter too much. But she, if you allow her to catch deep, it's going to be a long night for us. So they've got some kids that can play, and then they got a nucleus of kids around them that, are just busting their tails and working hard and hustling. And so, we've got to bring that intensity and focus that we've brought the last 6 games, and if we want to win this basketball game.
All right, Coach. It'll be a lot of fun again on homecoming night. We appreciate your time as always, and good luck.
Thank you.
Head coach of the Girard Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker, joining us here on the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. We'll step away, take a quick break. Still to come, your starting lineups, keys of the game, opening tip-off from Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. It's the Trojans and Titans next on Girard Sports.
When I wake up in the morning, love, the sunlight hurts my eyes. Then I look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day.
Producers Co-op of Girard has been serving the needs of farmers and ranchers in southeast Kansas for decades. With a wide range of products and services, you'll be sure to find what you're looking for. Contact the Agronomy Center for seed recommendations, seed treatments, crop scouting, and more, or stop by the farm store for feeds, equipment, supplies, clothing, and accessories. Producers Co-op also has bulk fuels and propane available. To see everything Producers Co-op Association has to offer, visit them online at www.girardcoop.com or give them a call at 620-724-8241.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Welcome back to the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show here on Girard Sports Live. Just hearing from the head coach of the Girard Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker. His team right now 9-4, 2-0 in the CNC, getting ready to take on the Columbus Titans. Just one of the many games going on around southeast Kansas here tonight. Started to allude to that and thought I had my area matchups, but I do not. Lady Trojans coming off a good win over Frontenac on Tuesday as they defeated them, trailed early on, and never relinquished that lead. You have a boys game coming up in just a little bit as well. Let's take a look at your starting lineups brought to you by Pearls and Curls Boutique, shabby chic new boutique there on the south side of the square in Girard. Find out everything they are offering there and all their new arrivals at facebook.com/Pearls and Curls KS. For the Titans, number 4, Riley Hardy, 5'4" junior. Number 11, Nail Fontanez, a 5'5" junior. Number 13, Morgan Cassidy, a 5'5" senior. Number 22, Macy Gray, a 5'8" junior. Number 35, Cassidy Youngblood. We'll take a break for the national anthem and come back and get your girls' starting lineups and everything else here from Girard. Lady Trojans, Lady Titans coming up next on Girard Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving southeast Kansas. Right now, Call Service has a huge selection of hand-cooked tires, including hand-cooked Dynapro ATM. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service as their trucks crisscross southeast Kansas, providing on-the-farm tire service daily. Plus, Call's is the first stop for lube and oil changes. Get back in the game with your new set of hand-cooked tires, never halfway. Available now at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
Mathis Drug Store Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drug Store, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season.
Are you in need of post-surgical therapies for yourself or a loved one? The employees of Medical Lodges are here to care for you. With over 50 years of serving the community, they pride themselves on having the therapy experience you deserve. In fact, Medical Lodges is the first healthcare company in the United States to be 100% employee-owned. So when you're at Medical Lodges, you're part of the family. Stop by one of their homes today and feel the Medical Lodges difference. For more information, check out medicallodges.com.
G&W Foods is the one-stop shop for everything you need to feed the family. With a great selection of quality, fresh, and delicious foods, you're sure to find something to satisfy every appetite. With friendly and knowledgeable staff, the folks at G&W Foods can help you find what you need so you can get in, get out, and on your way with your day. Plus, don't forget G&W Foods for the great daily lunch specials. Open 7 days a week. Check out their weekly Facebook-only specials. The G&W Foods family super wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Get ready to do the starting lineups here inside the gymnasium. The Girard Lady Trojans get ready to take on the Columbus Titans. Did Columbus and 2 Girard Lady Trojans. Number 2, JoJo Ferguson, a 5'10" junior, averaging 2.8 points per ball game. Number 14, Gabby Sands, a 5'7" junior, averages 5.5 points per ball game. Number 15, JC Murphy, 5'5" senior, averaging 2.2 points per ball game. Number 21, Brittany Bailey, 5'11" sophomore, averaging 4.1 points per ball game. And number 23, Sydney Crane, 5'8" senior, averaging nearly, probably right now, over 23 points per ball game on this season, as the Lady Trojans, again, are 9-4 on the year and 2-0 in the CNC, and trying to get another win here in the CNC, which would give them an opportunity to stay in the driver's seat in the conference. That's got to be one of the goals, to get a conference championship. Head coach of the Lady Titans, Willie Watt, Colgan kid. Dad, Mike Watt, longtime baseball coach over there, future, I would say, Kansas Hall of Famer, Kansas Sports Hall of Famer, I would suspect.
Yeah.
And all the wins he's got over there. Opening tip-off is always brought to you by our friends at Lirette Ceramics, 503 West Maple in Girard. Stop by Lirette Ceramics for great gift ideas and supplies. Get creative when it comes to gift buying, and get your friends and family a beautiful ceramic piece, or maybe even glasses from Lirette Ceramics. Call 620-724-8442. Lady Trojans, Lady Titans. It's always a really good match between these two teams. Let's say across the CNC, Girard and Columbus probably have the most in common. School size, community size.
Both county seats.
County seats, rural, agricultural base.
Both on K7.
There you go. Keep on going.
Yeah.
Dig into history, probably find something else in there.
Big grain elevators.
Yep. See there?
Same railroad line. I can go on all day, BJ.
Please don't. Brittany Bailey at center court, matching up against number 35, Carson Youngblood. That'll be a matchup down inside to watch as this thing develops. Opening tip going to be won by the Lady Trojans. Gathered up behind Sydney Crane. She'll have the top of the key quickly over to the right wing for Murphy. Back through Bailey. She'll face. Now kick. Reset here for Girard. Going to have an opening play they want to run if it's not there. Sydney shakes off one defender, goes baseline, pull up, jumper, good. Well, much like we ended the other night, we start off here, Lady Trojans, 2-0. Start this one off left wing for Fontanez.
Columbus pushing the pace down the floor.
Top of the key, they move it through Harity, and then back over left wing. Thought about a three, that's Cassidy. Cassidy drives, she'll push one up with a left-hand foul. And foul on Ferguson. As JoJo will pick up her first. Coach says, don't bring that arm down. It's okay to get your hand in front of him and get over there, but now he turns to his entire bench, and you can see him there at the bottom of your screen. Just keep your hand tall. I mean, he's coaching up everybody else who's not even in the game right now and telling them, just hold your hand up there.
Oh,
it's a simple thing, but it's difficult to do because you just want to swat at that ball, but more times than not, you will get that block shot or just at least alter their shot if you keep your hand up there. Cassidy knocks in both free throws. Tie ball game.
There's just something about swatting at it that draws the official's eye.
Well, they're more likely to make contact as well. Trojans hold here on offense. Lazy pass there, and JoJo not able to get a hold of it. Other end. And up and around. Shot up by Matt Cassidy, and Columbus takes an early 4-2 lead. Another near turnover by Crane, and a foul going to be called, and going to send JoJo to the free throw line to shoot 2. Nobody learned that swatting technique and learned more from coach, I guess, than Ashley Ray. 6'5".
Yeah.
No need to swat at it, and by the time she was a junior, she had learned that lesson, and she blocked a heck of a lot of shots, just going tall and being in there, and kept her from getting in foul trouble, which is difficult to do when you play the post and difficult to do when you draw that much attention to yourself, and she did. It fascinates me how people don't know they're on camera when they walk right in front of us. But Ferguson knocks down both free throws, and now a turnover by Columbus. A little pressure by the Lady Trojans, and they've gone more and more to that pressure here of late, and it's helped them out a lot. It helped them out a lot the other night against Frontenac. Inbound to Sands.
It really puts a lot of pressure on your guards.
Yep. Crane to Murphy. High post, Ferguson. Lost it. Good dish off for Sands, who's wide open. And easy bucket there for Gabby Sands. And Trojans back in front here, 6-4. Up the floor they go, and a foul going to be called on Crane.
Yeah, got a little bit of arm there coming from behind.
First subs in the ball game. Jada Valley going to check into the ball game. So will Drake Worrell. Out goes Ferguson. Out goes Murphy for the Trojans. Try to get it in, and they will. Inbound there for Macy Gray. Loved her albums. Top of the key.
You said it before I could.
For Harity. I knew. Here's Gray. Jumper. Good.
Oh.
Shoots as good as she sings. That's a 2-point bucket. Ties the ball game back up the other end. Jada Valley takes it coast to coast up in there and lays it up, or a good dish rather, get it up in, and her first field goal of the ball game. And the Trojans back in front.
I think pushing the pace is in the Trojans' advantage here tonight.
Yep. They're at a bit of a size disadvantage down inside, and Valley got the contact and the foul, completes a 3-point play, and largest lead of the ball game for Lady Trojans now is 3 points. Near save there by Crane, and 5:52 to play in this first quarter, opening quarter here in homecoming night in Girard. Long throw in. They'll get it in for Youngblood. She'll chase it down. Got behind Drake Worrell. Blocked by Bailey. And tough call there against Bailey as she was trailing from behind, but not really in a great position. I think she got a lot of the ball, but got enough of the hand to draw the foul. And that's going to send Youngblood to the free throw line to shoot 2. Youngblood just a sophomore. She had a pretty good ball game against the Lady Trojans last year. She'll knock down the first one. So far, Columbus 3 for 3. A lot of teams have not shot free throws very well and left the door open for Lady Trojans this season. Youngblood misses the second one. 9-7. Top of the key for Bailey. Moving back over to the right wing for Crane. Sets her feet. Fire 3. No good. And rebound pulled out of there by Youngblood. She's going to pull it down and outlet. And here comes Gray. Nope. That is Cassidy. Here's Gray. Another 3. No good. Rebound pulled out of there by Drake Worrell. Good rebound there. Here come the Trojans. They're going to run. You're right. It's a very low percentage pass. The chances of that getting through those hands and that much defense is very low. She's a very good passer, is Sydney Crane, but even the best passer is not going to be able to get through that traffic.
Yeah,
Gray.
difficult needle to thread there.
Harity, top of the key, back over for Cassidy, and there's Harity. Good entry pass down inside Youngblood. Shot no good, but she is fouled. That's the second on Brittany Bailey.
Yeah, it's not good news for the Trojans. Bailey, their best post player, with 2 quick fouls here the first 3 minutes of the first quarter.
Yep. That will be a problem. Big side from Coach Herlocker, and Youngblood going to catch the front iron, let that one roll in. Second one from Youngblood. That one missed it all, and she's 2 for 4 from the charity stripe.
Free throws keeping them in it.
Basie off to the right side. If you listen, Coach talked a little bit about offensive execution and the fact that you've got to be in the right spot at the right time, and one person's wrong. And good take by Jada Valley. Her second and one of the first quarter.
It's good to see her get involved in the game early.
When using her a little bit different, she come in there almost as a post player, and that's what they run, a 4-guard setup. That's what they have right now, and she's going to have to go into the post, caught it high, and penetrate. She can step through. She's one on the floor that can certainly make her own shot, and
not afraid of the contact.
6 points in the first quarter already for Jada Valley. Lead all scores, and Trojans lead at 12-8. And gathered up by Kenzie Smith. Scoop off for Murphy. Catch, fired through 2, shot no good. Somehow Smith ends up back with it. Crane top of the key. Now she'll drive. Pull up. 10-footer on the way. No good. Here rebound Murphy. She is fouled. And JC will go to the free throw line. Good rebounds there for the Lady Trojans.
Yeah, good position.
Able to get a couple of cracks at it. It's one of the things Trojans focus on is limiting second chance opportunities. And
you get maybe a third and a fourth opportunity that time.
Yep. Here's JC, pretty good free throw shooter. She knocked down the first one. JC the other night from the charity stripe went 5 for 6. She had a very good night shooting from the free throw line. 69% on the season. This made the first, missed the second. Largest lead is now 5-4 the Trojans. 3 from the top of the key, no good, rattles out. And a foul going to be called on Crane. That's her second. So, I think it's just her first, actually. It is her second. So that's going to be
the reach near half court earlier.
Yep. Luckily, not as concerned about Sid coming out with 2 fouls here just 4 minutes into this ball game as I am with Bailey, because Sidney, certainly with that senior experience, much more capable of adjusting her play to avoid the fouls. Britley's still learning. Fontenez looks to go baseline, and a foul going to be called on the floor. And if you're the Lady Trojans now, you've got to adjust. That's the way it's going to be called. They've called it tight. Consistent with that call, so if that's the way you're going to call it, then that's the way you have to adjust. Coach asks for an explanation and gets it. Foul on Jada Valley, her first. Inbound to Fontenez. She'll catch, fire. Long 2 is good. Back to a 3-point contest. Smith, top of the key here for Murphy. She'll kick. Sands. Gabby will stretch there where she was really shooting the 3 well, and she's looked at this one a couple of times and passed it up. Good dish by Whirl. Shot up, no good. Well, if you're going to call the foul down on the baseline on a tick attack, you call that contact against Jada Valley going to the free throw line. That's 1. Top of the key back, they'll give it for Cassidy. Here's a long 2 again by Gray, no good. Rebound by Valley. Jada going to fly up the floor on the far side in front of the Trojan student section. Filling in here on homecoming night. Sands off left side now, just left of the circle for Murphy. Here's Smith, good entry pass again. Whirl looked at a 12-footer, didn't take it. Kenzie will take it. Kenzie Smith gets in the scoring column for the Lady Trojans. Back to a 5-point contest. 2:55 to play first quarter. Trojans in on top. Trailed briefly in this first half, a huge carry. And And, yeah, that was a pretty impressive carry. Turnover by the Columbus Titans. It'll stay with or go back to Lady Trojans here with 2:42 to play first quarter. Trojans in control of this one, kind of setting the tempo, certainly in this first quarter. Valley lost it off the leg of Fontenez. J.C. Murphy will take advantage of it up and in.
Nice cut to the hole.
She knew the defense was not expecting that ball to be where it was and got it and immediately took it to the rim. 17-10, 7 points, the largest lead of this ball game. On the right corner, catch, fire, long two again, high arcing shot off the backboard. And a long pass up in front. Go again. Drake Worrell got a catch.
Oh.
Somehow saved it. I do not know how. J.C. Murphy ended up with it. J.C. a couple of buckets being in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, making chicken salad.
Yep, in this first quarter. There's another near steal by Jada Valley, and she steps out of bounds. And a lot of minutes for Jada here in this first quarter. JoJo's going to check back into the ball game, and she's having to get those minutes because of the 2 fouls for Sydney Crane.
Well, it's really encouraging to see Jada Valley and J.C. Murphy and the role players here on this team step up and really carry them here in the first quarter.
Fontenez likes that spot. She's got 4. Keep an eye on that position with her. Valley off to Murphy. Back to Sands. Gabby catching on the right side. Titans in this very tight zone. This is the way you break up a tight zone with a nice 3-point bucket. Shot no good, though. Gathered up by Gray. And off to Harity, rather. She's got it top of the key. On the right wing. Swing it quickly to the right corner for Paige Zom is checked in. Oh, they lost it. Drake Worrell lost.
Yeah, an area of concern for the Trojans is the way they finish quarters. They need to buckle down and finish this quarter strong. They've let teams get back into the game here in the last minute or two of quarters.
That was Morgan Cassidy with that bucket. Pulled it back within 5, and now another open frame, and almost a tie up there with Valley. They don't call it. Cassidy, and a walk. Turnover by Gray with 37 seconds to play. Now, if you're Columbus, that's a little lack of experience there. Again, they start a senior, a junior, a sophomore, another junior. So a little bit of lack of experience. 37 seconds, you're down by 5. You hold for that final shot and try to pull it to within 3, and they don't do it. Now the Lady Trojans will hold for the final shot and try to add to their lead here. Try to put it back up by 7.
Kind of what that half-court trap does, though. It makes you hurry things. Make some bad decisions.
Jada Valley gave it up.
Got it
Giveth
back.
and taketh away. Now she'll just slice a nice way through there.
Oh.
That's a roundabout way to get a bucket, but she worked her way to get it done.
She ran about a quarter mile to get that bucket.
Here's Fontenez from way downtown.
Almost.
Looked like it was on the way and falls short. Trojans lead by 7, 21-14. They led by as many as 9. Into 1. We're back in 1 minute. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Girard National Bank brings you community banking at its best. Family owned and operated for over 80 years, Girard National Bank is committed to providing their customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way. Whether you require personal, business, or agricultural services, Girard National Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. Girard National Bank is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
This is Girard Sports Live.
(21-14) your score after 1 quarter of play. The Girard Lady Trojans on top of the Columbus Lady Titans here. A CNC matchup, homecoming night tonight have homecoming festivities coming up at in between the girls and boys game, and we'll have all that for you. Fontenez, get it in her for the Titans. Here's Gray. There's a three-point bucket on the way by Howardy. Shot no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Crane. Here come the Trojans. Wanted to pass it, didn't. Probably wise to do so. Good transition defense really for the Titans to get back. Sure that's something they practiced this week, as Trojans will run on you, and you got to get back. High post for Bailey. They come and crash on her. Try to swat it out of her hands, and there's three people on you. There's somebody open. Good to see Gabby take another crack at that one. And
yeah, Sydney just could have gone after the ball there, but if she had, she would have likely picked up her third foul.
I was trying to figure that out, why she didn't go after that, and you're probably right. Good call. That's why you're doing what you're doing. Inbound and a foul. If it's on Valley, it's her second.
Yeah, foul's starting to stack up here against the Trojans.
7th, so they're shooting 1-1 here.
And that's not good news, the way the Titans have been shooting those free throws tonight.
Yeah, so far here from the charity stripe, they are 6 of 8 from the free throw line. Almost half of their output coming from the charity stripe. And going to the free throw line here is Morgan Cassidy for Lady Titans. Knocks down the front side of the 1-1. Does Cassidy. She's 3 for 3. Out of the ball game goes Paige Azam for the Titans. In comes Anna Holman. Cassidy misses her first free throw of the night. 21-15. Crane, step through. No. Yeah.
Foul on the floor.
He was going to give her a travel, and he thought the same thing I did. It looked like a travel, but it wasn't.
Because of the contact.
And the contact came there at the same time as it may have been a travel. We've got your replacement behind us.
Well, I'm glad somebody's carrying the load tonight.
On the right side for the Trojans. High post, Bailey, got to take it. Little push up with the left hand, good.
Oh!
I think she's got that opportunity here. They're really focusing on her a lot, but if she can get them to shade her to her right and go left with it, she can have a real good shot. Jada's got to be careful with 2 fouls.
Yeah.
There's nearly a third. She nearly picked it up there.
Yeah. Does she know she has 2 fouls?
Yeah. Macy Gray knocks down her second field goal of the ball game. Trojans in front. There's a blocked shot. Blocked by Holman. Gathered up by the Titans, and here they come. 6:34 to play in the first half. Trojans lead at 23-17. They fell behind early. Grabbed that lead 6-4, and have not relinquished it since that point. Titans keeping pace, though, a little bit. Fontenez, she likes that spot. Gotta watch that shot. She's got all 6 of her points from that same place on the floor. And a foul gonna be called. This is gonna be worse than the other night with the traveling crowd, our guests. Oh goodness, we need a crowd mic.
There's a lot of amateur officials. I think they could fill the ranks for Keisha.
Yeah, plenty of job openings.
Yeah.
Get that press release about once every 2 or 3 weeks. Jada's done a good job for the free throw line. She's 3 for 3 on the night from the stripe, including a couple and one opportunities. Rattles in another one. That's the thing. Also, among many things, her athleticism and their ability to shoot the free throw. Remember in that championship game at the Wilson County Classic.
Mm-hmm.
Big for a freshman to be able to shoot the free throws like that.
Yeah, she's going to be good.
25-19.
She's pretty good right now.
Yeah.
I think for her, it's a confidence thing. She's got to get it going early.
Yep. Trojans in that zone. They find a hole there, and Cassidy's their player right now. She's been carrying them.
Well, nobody wanted to foul, so.
25-21, back to a 4-point contest. Loose ball, and here's Cassidy again. Should come out of there. Gabby Sands maybe have one to give. Jada Valley going to be on top of her and kick back outside. Here's Cassidy. 5:32 to go first half. Back to a 4-point game. Lady Trojans have led by as many as 9 in this opening half. They've been pretty patient in half court to find the hole. There it is. Fontenez catch. Discipline. A very disciplined team. Probably one of the more disciplined teams that we've seen this season in this Titan team. Fontenez has 8. And it's as tight as it's been in a while. Back to a 2-point ball game. Here's a 3. Crane trying to break him out of the funk. Can't do it. Titans with a chance to tie or take the lead here. Right now, the Titans shot up no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Bailey. Outscore the Trojans 9-4 in this second quarter. Dump off inside for Bailey. Catch, still fighting with Fontenez. Valley comes away with it. Her shot's partially blocked, and Bailey picks up her third foul. They're going to call jump ball.
Yeah.
If they come towards the court, they're going to come over the top of us.
Yeah. I hope they don't think this table's going to hold them. That's
Looking
all.
for pitchforks and
rotten fruit.
torches.
Yeah.
Lucky break for the Trojans, and coach gets her on the bench just to make sure she does avoid that third foul here. 4:32 to play.
Drake Worrell kind of had that one partially blocked.
Off right side for Cassidy. Here's Gray, left corner for Howardy. 3 on the way. Rattles it in. They're back in front. What a comeback here by the Titans. 26-25. Here are the 4.
You haven't seen Sid go to the hole much.
Nope. Frustration on her face right now. She comes back out here all the way to midcourt. 4:02. Tripped, out of bounds. Kinsey Kester coming to the ball game. JoJo Ferguson comes back to the ball game. Kinsey Smith and Jada Valleycheck out of the contest. 26-25. Columbus back in front. Trojans led by 9, 19-10 at one point. Since that point, they've outscored them 15-5, 15-7. Shot up good. There's City going to the free throw line, and she'll go to the free throw line here for the first time tonight. Just 2 points. This kid that's averaging over 23 points a game and had 35 the other night. Held to just 2 points in the first quarter of this ball game. And
our future coach here sitting in front of us.
Yep. And not to say that has anything to do with it, but
no.
You would be surprised. I remember K-State's coach showed up to the state championship game. Ashley Ray kept her composure, but I was like, dude, go somewhere else. Watch from a closed caption.
Yeah.
But to her credit, and there's Crane going open, empty frame there.
This game's live on the internet, Coach.
0 for 2. Here's Crane. She'll slash. She'll get fouled and go to the floor. Sydney 0 for 2 at that last trip to the free throw line. Foul on Zom, her first. Limited minutes.
She's kind of been taken out of the game by the fouls that have been called on her and spent some time on the bench. Just hard to get back into a rhythm.
Yep. Good to get off the schneid here. Into the ball game. Carrie Jones, 5'3" freshman, checking in for the Titans. Crane to shoot her second, tie ball game. And she'll ride it in, get the Trojans back to lead. Trojans put a little pressure onto the backcourt. Cassidy to bring it across the timeline. Off left side, wide open shot. That is a flat 3, but no good. But a rebound by Fontenez, and she's in double figures for the Lady Titans with 10 points. And they're back in front. Tipped around. Trojans maintain the possession here. Crane set, fire 3. Good. Good to see that one go through the hole. Trojans pressure again, but leaving an opportunity maybe to get a fast break opportunity. Here's a 3 by Cassidy. Does not look like her main way of scoring.
Yeah, it was a slow developing 3 there.
Ball out of bounds, stuck to the bounce by the Titans. It'll go back to the Trojans, save the Trojans rather. 2:46 to play, first half. Trojans.
I don't want to seem too negative, but I don't think Kinsey Kester in the post is probably the...
Gotta learn sometime, I guess. There's a good move. Shot blocked, though. Nice play by Cassidy. It's out of bounds. Yeah, she blocked it. I think she was confused about I was confused also how that ball went that direction with her blocking it the other direction, but I think I had enough force.
It had some English on it.
Flipped off her hand and out of bounds. Kinsey has it top of the key here. Off right side for Crane. She'll drive. Step through. And a foul going to be called. And see if they say it's on the floor or shooting. Doesn't matter. Trojans will be shooting here. It's 1-1 on the floor. They called on Carrie Jones, her first personal. And
the fouls have stacked up real quick here in the last few minutes against Columbus.
Yep.
And they were doing pretty well.
2:35 to play first half, 30-28. Trojans back and forth here with the Titans a little bit. Sydney's made her last 3 after missing her first 2. 3 out of 5 on the night from the free throw line here, all in this second quarter. (31-28). And good. Off left side for Cassidy. Back and forth they go. Cassidy off left side. They're top. Fontenez, don't let her have that shot.
I was going to say.
On the left side, she'll get it back. Now she'll go baseline. Good defense by Ferguson. Right back though, Gray. Good defense again by Ferguson. JoJo a good possession, but all that ball movement left Cassidy wide open. She knocks down her first 3 of the ball game. She's had a pretty good first half. 6, 8, 9. Give her 12 points for the first half. Here's Ferguson. Baseline jumper, missed it badly. Off right side for Gray. Swing it back around. Again, the patience. Trojans in this zone. And there's a wide open look again by Carrie Jones. And the Titans are back in front, 34-32. It's a back and forth affair here tonight. Ferguson, dump off, Bailey, and a travel.
She just mishandled the pass, and then once she had it, didn't have her feet set and wasn't in a position to dribble, so just a rough exchange there.
Trojans going to put some pressure on again. Quick count there on a 5. And
yeah, that's a New York
Trojans. Well, you're right. The Lady Trojans, a lot of sorts. Sydney having to sit on the bench as much as she has here in this first half. And you have somebody who's so important to their offense, so important to their defensive side. And it's hard to say a girl who scored 35 points the other night. She was more important on the defensive end the other night than she was even on the offensive end.
And rebounding.
Yep. Sands will have it top of the key. Minute 17 to play. Back off left side for Murphy. JC, kick. Kenzie Kester up and in. Her first field goal. Back to a tie contest. 34 all.
Kick ball there.
We had a dandy the other night against Fort Scott where there was 11 ties and 10 lead changes, and this one's not quite to that point, but pretty close, and a lot of ties and lead changes here in this first half. Gray knocked out of her hands. As J.C. Murphy swats it out of bounds, it'll stay with the Titans. Out of the game comes Gray for Columbus. Inbound, up, left hand, good. Nope, didn't get it to go. I thought it was going to fall in. Anna Holman draws the contact. And foul's going to be called on Drake Worrell, her first. Team foul number 8 on Lady Trojans. It's a shooting foul, so Holman will be at the charity stripe to shoot 2. This is the first one.
This game seemed like a nonstop parade to the free throw line. 17 fouls in the first half.
We've had more. Fredonia, that game, we had 66 free throw attempts.
Yeah. That game took 4 hours.
Holman dials in her. Well, puts the Titans back in front, 35-34. Ferguson, off left side. Murphy, pull up, trying to go over the top, trying to get contact, couldn't get it. Gathered up by the Titans. Titans are looking at maybe going in up by halftime in this ball game. Again, they've trailed by as many.
When I wake up in the morning, love.
Yep, trailed by as many as nine. They've trailed by as many as 9 in this ball game, and they've led periodically throughout as well. It's been an interesting one. Good defense again. JoJo
Nice.
Ferguson working hard down inside. That's been JoJo's MO here in this one. She has been good getting down in there and getting tall.
Yep.
This little thumbs up from the bench, and then a foul quickly by the Titans are going to send Drake World to the free throw line to shoot 2. Drake, fairly efficient from the charity stripe, 60%, 6 of 10. A lot of attempts. First one's up and rattles in. Ties this ball game back up at 35. And here's the second one. Up and good. A couple of big free throws there by Drake Worrell. 15 seconds to play. Trojans back in front. A little pressure on. 9 seconds. Right side for Jones, who just knocked down a 3 a little while ago. She's got it back on the right wing. 2 seconds. Jones going to pull one up, and that's the end of the first half. Trojans somehow are going to hold on to a 1-point lead here at halftime. And the Trojans trying to square some things away there at halftime, maybe come back and put away a very good Columbus team that's keeping pace with the Trojans. 2-0 in the CNC, trying to stay unbeaten. Talk about it here on the Girard National Bank Halftime Show. Girard National Bank committed to providing you quality customer service and have done it for many years. They are a friendly and personal banking opportunity. Their personal business or agricultural needs turn to Girard National Bank. We'll talk about this one. We've got your halftime look at your numbers and more coming up next right here on the Girard National Bank Halftime Show on Girard Sports Live.
Girard National Bank brings you community banking at its best. Family owned and operated for over 80 years, Girard National Bank is committed to providing their customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way. Whether you require personal, business, or agricultural services, Girard National Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. Girard National Bank is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judd Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members so they are able to make the best decisions. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, or Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
G&W Foods is the one-stop shop for everything you need to feed the family. With a great selection of quality, fresh, and delicious foods, you're sure to find something to satisfy every appetite. With friendly and knowledgeable staff, the folks at G&W Foods can help you find what you need so you can get in, get out, and on your way with your day. Plus, don't forget G&W Foods for the great daily lunch specials. Open 7 days a week. Check out their weekly Facebook-only specials. The G&W Foods family super wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
Norris Outdoor has a huge selection of quality billboards spread throughout southeast Kansas, giving you the ability to put your business in front of thousands of customers daily. But did you know? Norris Outdoor can also be where you get your next digital sign for your business, school, church, or sports venue. Norris Outdoor Signs is now a distributor of Sky Slate digital signs, giving you direct from the manufacturer pricing and giving your business a brand new look with high-resolution digital signage. To learn more, call Jared Norris at 620-249-7462. Norris Outdoor is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
You built a castle so that the prince and princess can live happily ever after. You brought the sunshine to shine upon the whole family's future. But when the sun hides behind the clouds, State Farm can help. We put the life back in life insurance to protect your family's finances, not only in the future, but today.
Call your State Farm agent TJ Belcher in Girard today at 620-724-4558.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Back out here on the Girard National Bank halftime show. BJ Harris along with you, alongside me, Josh Letter, as we are talking about this Girard Lady Trojan matchup. Lady Trojans right now holding on to a precarious 1-point lead, 36-35. Take a look at how we got here on the Kenora Eye Care Eye on the Game, brought to you by Kenora Eye Care. They've, thanks to the support from their community, they have nearly doubled their space, extended their hours, locations in both Pittsburgh and Girard. Kenora Eye Care is the clear choice. Call 620-235-1737. Lady Trojans fell behind early, 2-0, and then tied it up at 2 apiece. They took the lead early, the Lady Trojans. Columbus took their first lead 4-2. Trojans got it back at 6-4 and started to pull away a little bit, led by as many as 9 in the first quarter, 19-10. Led by 7 at the end of the first quarter. But in the second quarter, the Titans come battling back, eventually take the lead with 4:13 to play in the first half, 26-25. Trojans will get it right back, 27-26. Columbus will get it back, 28-27. Trojans then would lead off a 3-point shot by Sydney Crane. And they would lead 30-28. And then the Titans would grab the lead with 90 seconds to play, 34-32. Trojans would tie it up at 34. They tied up at 35, and they grab the lead 36-35 in the waning moments of that first half. And that's how we got to where we are right now. All told, 1, 2, 3. And then in the second quarter, 4, 5, 6 ties, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lead changes. Pretty good first half, all in all. Looked like the Trojans are going to pull away there at a moment, and then a very feisty team that can shoot some threes. Titans in that first half with several 3-point shots. They knocked down, seemed like more, I guess. They only had 2, but they were kind of very well-timed 3-point buckets. Take a look at your halftime stats, brought to you by Exchange State Bank, one of the oldest banks in Southeast Kansas. Exchange State Bank is proud to be locally owned and operated, providing quality customer service, online banking, bill pay, mobile banking, and more. At Exchange State Bank, you're not just dealing with bank employees, you're banking with your friends. Learn more at esbks.com. First up for the Titans, 12 points from Morgan Cassidy. 3 for 4 from the charity stripe. Leads all scorers with those 12 points. 10 points from Nail Fontanez. She's got 10 points all from the field. 4 points from Macy Gray. 2 points from Carson Youngblood, and 1 point from Anna Holman. 3 points from Kerry Jones for the Lady Titans right now with 35 points. For the Lady Trojans, leading scorer for the Trojans right now, Jada Valley with 10 points, went 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Sydney Crane with just 9 points, 4 out of 6 from the charity stripe. Lady Trojans 13 of 16 from the free throw line in that first half. That's what's kept them really staying ahead in this ball game. Titans have shot well from the stripe as well, not quite that good. Trojans went there quite a few more times as well. But the Trojans in that first half, 9 kids scored for the Trojans. That's pretty rare for them, and it's good. Everybody who's been in the ball game has scored a bucket in this game or scored points in this ball game. Drake Worrell comes on there and knocks down a couple of free throw shoots late. But right now, Lady Trojans led by Jada Valley with 10, Crane with 9, 5 points from J.C. Murphy, and then 2 points apiece from Brittany Bailey, Kenzie Kester, Gabby Sands, Drake Worrell, Kenzie Smith, and JoJo Ferguson. Lady Trojans getting all in on the bench and everybody else. 9 girls in the score column. Boys out there warming up right now. Trojan men will take on the Columbus Titans. Trojans, the boys right now 9-4 on the year. 2-0 in CNC play, coming off a really good win over Frontenac the other night, a game where the Trojans were in a dogfight. I'm describing them as feisty Frontenac team.
Yeah, that's a nice way to put it.
That just kept on coming in that ball game, but the Trojans finally put them away. It was a 6-point game at the end of the first quarter, at the third quarter rather. Going into the fourth quarter, Trojans led 49-43. And what did I say the other night? They outscored them in the final 4 minutes. It got down to a 3-point ball game, 56-53. And the Trojans won 71-55.
Yeah.
And there was a posterized dunk by Caleb Muya right at the beginning of that run that kind of just said, no, not today. It got down to 3. The Trojans made that run and outscored them down the stretch. Forgive my math, 15-2. 15-2 in the final half of the fourth quarter, and cruised to the victory, led in the win for the Trojans by Ethan Goff Caleb Muya. 27 points from Caleb, 6 of 10 from the free throw line, but Ethan was our player of the game. He had 17 points for the Trojans as well, 13 from Evan Troike. Trojans put together another effort like that, and I told Coach this, and we'll hear from it in a little bit in the pregame show. I'm a Trojan, Girard kid, K through 12 here. The way they handled themselves in that ball game was the most inspiring part of it. That was a good win, obviously good to get a win in the conference, but they could have gone the other way and matched the shenanigans of the Frontenac Raiders, and they didn't. They kept their level head, and I think that was the difference in that contest.
Yeah, a lot of maturity shown by the Girard Trojans that night, and it was kind of a physical game back and forth. The crowd got into it late. There were ejections from the crowd. It was kind of got a little bit out of hand there late, and there could have been a lot more technical fouls in that game than were called. Even I got a little hot under the collar. So I mean, it was quite an atmosphere. But the most poised people in the building were the 5 people on the floor for the Trojans. So take your hat off to them.
Absolutely, well said. Trojans, that may be happen. They may happen again. Just so you know, the Trojans and the Frontenac Raiders. I would not be the least bit surprised if they match up either in sub-state early round or in the championship game. So that would be a lot of fun, I think. But it will be a energetic atmosphere, to say the least. That will be in Frontenac coming up there the last part of February, early part of March. Here we go, second half action in this girls ball game. The Girard Lady Trojans right now holding on to it. We talked about this before coming out of the locker room. The coach does a really good job making those adjustments at halftime. We'll see if he does it again here tonight. It's Trojans.
I've called them a third quarter team. We'll see if that holds up tonight.
Titans will have the basketball as we come out of the halftime break. Going to be inbound there from Howardy. She's getting to Fontanez. Back to Howardy. Top of the key, here's Gray. Off left side, Cassidy. Somehow they leave her wide open. It's off the mark. Rebound pulled out of there by Gabby Sands. Here comes Crane up the floor. Sid, coast to coast. Layup left hand, no good. Rebound, no, to be determined. Still to be determined. And Ferguson comes away with that 50-50 ball. Dump off inside Bailey. Bailey will go left. Scoop it up the left hand, no good. Gets her own rebound. Now she'll get to her more comfortable spot. That one's no good. And ball knocked around, and JoJo gets tangled up down inside again. And coach going to go to a full court pressure here. He feels a little blood in the water already. 7:27 to play, 36-35. Trojans had this 1-point lead at halftime. Cassidy going to bring it up the floor. Stride for stride with Crane, and Sydney nearly just picks it right away from her. Well, thievery from Crane. Four. Almost a 5 count there. Cassidy. Down pop inside. Good defense in there. Crane. 3-on-1 for the Trojans. Off to Murphy. What a good no-look pass. Murphy can't convert. Gets it back. Now she'll foul, and she'll have to go convert it at the free throw line. Lucky for the Lady Trojans, she's their best free throw shooter.
Yeah, she got that pass pretty deep under the bucket and just didn't have a very good angle on it, but able to draw the contact and get to the line. She's a pretty good free throw shooter.
Not the best, but close to it. 69% from the charity stripe. Up. No good. Score remains.
69% got me through my remedial math class.
It was on a curve. Lane violation there against the Lady Trojans.
Ooh.
Well, we'll stay right here.
Stressing the
Was
details.
that the first time you took it or the second time you took it?
Maybe the third. I don't know.
Trojans put that pressure on. They'll break it. Youngblood with it. She'll bring it across the timeline.
That was my third senior year.
On the left corner. They finally get to Youngblood. And the Titans will grab the lead.
Yeah, surprised they don't feed her more down low.
Yep, only 2 points. Those are from the free throw line in that first half. They should. They usually do. Off left side for Ferguson. Sands, open, 3, no good. And a rebound pulled out of there by the Titans. Trojans have gotten a little foul trouble as well. Jada Valley has 2, Britley Bailey has 2, and Sydney Crane has 2. That slowed them down a little bit in the first half, and we'll see if that is a factor here in the second half. Got to stay out of foul trouble. You go to that fourth quarter with those 2, you feel pretty good. Titans have been very patient in the half court as well and taking advantage of the open positions. Battle down low between Youngblood and Bailey. They're going to feed it to her. Bailey trying to deny. And if you're going to make that step in front and try to bat it away, you got to be good to make contact.
Yeah,
you
got to
can't.
move your feet a little bit quicker there, and if you're going to front, you got to do it sooner.
Titans add to their lead. Bailey catch. Out high. She needs help. Up off in for Crane. City quadruple teamed. And ball batted out of bounds. A little frustration you can see on the face of Sydney Crane. And it is every team's focus.
Mm-hmm.
If they practice against the Lady Trojans, they probably put 23 on 4 of the 5 players they practice against just to say, we got a defender on all parts of the floor to be ready for it. And so a little frustration from her tonight. There's 4 girls right there, 3 on her. That would be frustrating. That would be tough. Lady Trojans, they did a decent job stepping up. Everybody else did, as mentioned, 9 girls scoring. Gabby Sands with the 3. That one needed to go through, didn't. She just needs to keep shooting. Got to loosen up that defense a little bit. Get it across for Gray. Back over now, left wing. This is Harity at the free throw line, Fontanez.
She's got a really good mid-range shot.
Yep. Timeout coming from Coach Herlocker. There it is. Yep. Largest deficit of the ball game for the Lady Trojans. Right now at 5. 30 on the floor. We'll take it. 5:13 to play in the third quarter. Trojans trail. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Mathis Drug Store Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drug Store, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
This is Girard Sports Live.
.5:13 to play in this third quarter. Trojans now trail. Their largest deficit of the ball game is 5. They've trailed a few times throughout this ball game, but always kept it to around 2 points, 2 or 3 points. Right now they're down by 5. It's a missed shot again by the Trojans. They've jacked up 3 threes already in this second half and came empty with all of them.
That was almost NBA range there.
Off left side for Howardy. Back to Cassidy. Cassidy led all scores with 12. Dump off inside Youngblood. Starting to go at her and go right at Bailey with those 2 fouls. And, yep, Youngblood's all over the back of her and got away with it.
Yeah, you notice the difference in philosophy. Girard settled for 3s. Columbus is working the ball down low.
Yep. She's got 6 points in this third quarter. She had 2, and they were from the free throw line in the first half. Dump off inside Crane. Good dish. She'll scoop across. Ooh, just missed it. And she'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Sid was 4-6 from the free throw line in that first half. And
that's what she needs to do. She needs to go to the hole every time.
And the foul's on Youngblood. It's her first. Need to get her in a little foul trouble. 4:28 to play, third quarter, 43-36. And the first one's up and good. I have looked at this scoreboard very few times in the last few years where the number on the left is smaller than the number on the right. It just doesn't happen very often. Certainly over the last few. I would draw people's attention to the scoreboard if you're messing with it, trying to get it squared back around here. Good ball movement down the floor, but the Trojans come out of there with it, and the Trojans nearly turn it back over. They do. Got to value every possession. Howardy with it. Off to Cassidy. Back around to Howardy. Cassidy. Back to Cassidy. Trojans did a good job against her so far. But Youngblood's taking over. She's sitting on the bench. She'll get a break. That was Youngblood's third. I thought it was her first. That's why she was so quiet in the first half. Here's a little runner and a leaner by Gray, no good. Shot up, no good again. Gray gets it back and off the back of the backboard and out of bounds.
Yeah, now if you're the Trojans, you definitely got to go right at her.
Yep. She's off the bench right now with those 3 fouls. But
yeah, when she comes back in.
Yep.
I mean, with her on the bench, it'll be interesting to see where Columbus' offense comes from.
43-38, Trojans back with it. Dump off inside for Crane. Sydney stepping through, getting contact. Mary says she walked with it. .324 to play.
Trojans set some picks for her, too. I mean,
long pass up to Fontenez. They got that connection in there, and Fontenez, rare miss from her. Well, her shooting percentage is through the roof tonight. But out of bounds off of the Trojans. It'll stay with the Titans here with 3:18 to play in the third quarter. Trying to get it in. They finally do to Cassidy. She'll drive, pull up, little 10-foot bunny, no good. Rebound, and a blocked shot. And that's going to send Holman to the free throw line to shoot 2.
That's the same thing Coach was talking about with his team earlier. You got to keep your hands straight up. That time Worrell kind of swiped at it downwards, and that's what got the foul. She had a lot of ball there, not much hand.
Holman at the free throw line to shoot 2. She is 1 for 2 on the night from the stripe and missed the first one. 43-38, Lady Trojans on top by 5, or trailed by 5 rather. They've trailed in this one by as many as 7. And a rebound by Fontenez, good, and the foul. Well, missed free throw, and Fontenez going to get it to go. She's got 14 points, and she gets to make a chance for an and one. Trojans need to square their heads a little bit here. This is a game where they should probably have the advantage, and Titans have just been a little more disciplined. Yep. Eventually, that's got to be called. I need my headphones turned up more so I can't hear it.
Put the mayor of Columbus back over there.
Foul's gone on Holman, her first. Team foul number 3 on the Titans. There's a 3 by Crane. That one goes down. Boy, that one's just what the doctor ordered. Needed it bad. 55-38. 45-41 rather, sorry. Shot no good. Rebound, no Fontenez. Again, right on the spot.
It's their MVP, man.
.47-41. Drive, dump off, Valley, contact, and the foul. She'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
She hasn't been involved much in the offense here in the third quarter, but they need to get her involved so you can take a lot of that pressure off of Crane.
Fontenez has 16 points for the Titans. Valley rattles in the first one. .47-42, 47-43, back to a 4-point contest. 2:35 to play in the third quarter. Cassidy with it out around top of the key, push off right side, down 4. the Titans, and a miscue there. Out of bounds off Columbus, and it'll go back to the Lady Trojans. A little bit of, Columbus tonight has not pressed. They are not pressed the issue a lot. They've kind of laid back, but they seem to be a lot more cool and calm right now. Lady Trojans pushing a little bit, pressing a little bit. Top of the key for Crane. She gets tripped from behind, and foul going to be called on Macy Gray. Foul number 5 on the Lady Titans. It's her second. Gray, her second. Inbound, Sands. Murphy. Crane. Open again. Deep 3 on the way. No good. And saved by Kinsey Smith. Gathered up by Macy Gray for the Titans. Push up off for Columbus. 47-43. Lady Trojans led by 1 at the end of the first quarter. They led by as many as 9. They've trailed by as many as 7. Off left side. Here's Cassidy. Thought about it. Didn't take it. Now Howardy. Back to Cassidy. Gray. Good ball movement. Shot up. And good. Long 2 by Paige Zom. Her first bucket. That ball movement is impressive. Get some good looks. Crane going to throw up another 3. Sid's trying to do too much.
Too many threes in this third quarter.
Yep.
They're 1 of 6, 1 of 7 from behind the arc. You're just giving away possessions there.
Yeah, trying to do too much, I think. So the bench stepped up in that first half, had a few points, but got to give them an opportunity. Up the floor they go. Murphy stride for stride with Cassidy, and Jada Valley trying to come in from behind. Here's Gray. Shot up. Foul. JoJo going to pick up her second personal foul. Team foul number 3 on the Lady Trojans. Going to the free throw line is Macy Gray. She knocks down the first one. Fontanez going to check back into the ball game. 16 points, 6 in this third quarter. That's the back iron. Rebound pulled out of there by Bailey. 50 to 43. Lady Trojans trail by 7. It's not been their quarter. Third quarter team. This has not been their third quarter. Sands, 3 on the way. Good. They're getting the shots when they need them, though. Right now, they needed that one. 50 to 46. 47 seconds going up. Cassidy going to get contact and the foul. And JoJo will pick up her third personal foul. She had 12 points. She led all scorers at halftime. That's her first second half field goal. So they've done this without her, this little run, which is maybe the most scary part of it. She'll be at the charity stripe here.
They got some nice pieces.
Yep. Missed the free throw. Tracked down by Bailey. Now here's Valley. Sands. Murphy. Valley. Drive. Step through. Scoop with the left hand. No good. And knocked around. Bailey somehow came out of there with it. She'll kick back to Murphy, and JC will reset here with 24 seconds. Trojans will likely work for the final shot of this third quarter. Skip. Sands. Murphy. 13 seconds on the clock. High post for Ferguson. She'll shoot it from the elbow. Good. Shot there by JoJo. She's got 4 points. Back to a 4-point game here, 1 second. Nice little take at it. On target. Just a little short, and that's the end of the third quarter. The Trojans trying to avoid an upset here tonight on homecoming against the Columbus Titans. 4-point lead for the Titans. We'll talk about the final quarter next. We come back. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Thanks to your support, Kenora Eye Care has expanded. With double the space, they offer more exam rooms, larger optical selection, and extended hours to fit your schedule. And with the latest technology, they can quickly diagnose any eye-related issues. All patients are welcome at Kenora Eye Care, the clear choice for your family's vision.
For over 80 years, Evans Motors has provided some of the best handshakes in the 4-state area. No matter what type of handshake a situation calls for, Evans Motors will guide the hand into its proper position with the correct amount of pressure. Risky handshakes, classic handshakes, or something in between. Nate and Eddie have an arsenal of shakes, roughly umpteen. So the next time you want an optimal handshake, come to Evans Motors in Pittsburgh.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Back out here to Ted Taylor Gymnasium. Final quarter of play coming your way here in this one. The Girard Trojans, Columbus Titans. Lady Trojans really been fighting off some distractions here this week. Lady Trojan freshman Mackenzie Pride lost her father this week. Tony Pride, longtime Girard resident. Thoughts and prayers go out to that family. Coach Herlocker's wife, Emily, lost her grandmother this week. They had that funeral today. And so they've been fighting with some outside and much more important things, certainly. And I think that's probably had a little bit of effect on tonight. Now you got to overcome that here in this final quarter and
you
try to squeak one out.
A bigger than normal homecoming crowd, you know.
Valley will push. Kinsey Smith, that's her spot. Shot no good. JoJo fighting in there and last touched by the Titans. Good effort there by JoJo. She's had herself a pretty good ball game, just 4 points, but good defensively, been inside the paint.
Making effort plays.
Off left side for Crane, pump fake, pull up, elbow, jumper on the way, no good. There's Ferguson again, fighting inside, and it's going to be in there, but still good position. She has given up some size down in there against Youngblood and still pushing her to get in position. Trojans need a couple of stops. Dump high post for Holman. Back outside Gray. Cassidy, she'll drive. And there's the spot for Fontanez. She didn't take it. 3 on the way. Boy, they
shooting lights out.
They just keep coming at you. 55-48. Trojans.
They got to be shooting over 50%.
Lost their lead. The first points scored of the third quarter, 37-36. Have not had it since. Kinsey Smith going to drive. Trojans are not shooting 50%. And there's a rebound again, pulled out of there by the Titans. They're also only getting one crack at it. Very few offensive rebounds in this second half. Cassidy nearly lost it. Gathered up by Fontanez. High post, Holman. She steps through. Trojans, nobody there. Does not feel in the cards here tonight for the Lady Trojans. 57-48. Off left side for Kinsey Smith. Sands catch, fire 3 on the way. Missed it. Rebound Ferguson. Shot blocked and knocked to the ground. Youngblood working against Jada Valley. Throw the fouls out the window. And down inside Cassidy. Shot up good. And another timeout. Double-digit deficit for the Lady Trojans. 59-48. Timeout on the floor. It's a 30. No, it's a full. We'll take it. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season.
This is Girard Sports Live.
.48 Lady Trojans find themselves in an 11-point deficit. 5:53 to play in this ball game. Certainly not over by any stretch of the imagination. Plenty of time in this contest. And Brad Herlocker, anything's possible. I saw Brad win a game down by 10 with a minute to play. But those do not happen very often, and those have to be a lot of things have to go your way.
You got to start shooting the ball well and come back from a deficit like this with just under 6 minutes left.
Yep, plenty of time though. Take care of the basketball, value every possession. They have to count. They're inbound to Valley, and Trojans not able to run the offensive play they wanted, but still get it in. Trojans are just denying Crane. Have a little bit of a sense of urgency here for the Lady Trojans, but don't have to push. Valley.
Put it on the floor.
Here's Crane. She'll drive, pull up, little 10-footer on the way. No good. Rebound, though, by Kenzie Smith. Shortest person on the floor, comes out with the board. Top of the key three. Crane, no good.
Man.
Tracks down her own rebound, though. Now she'll skip pass outside for Sands. Long two on the way. That one's no good. Trojans have gotten some offensive rebounds. Ball can't go through the hole, and a jump ball. That'll be in favor of the Titans. Good effort by Jada Valley. Bailey going to check back into the ball game, replace J.C. Murphy. Jada Valley going to check into the ball game. She'll be replaced by JoJo Ferguson. Let's flip those. Those two players are out, and those two players are in, not for each other, though. Here's Youngblood. Oh, geez, no. That's tough. There's two things you can draw a charge with. Out of control is one of them. That would be the description of what happened right there. JoJo took it right to the chest and got up. Her fourth. Team 5. She's put in a good effort tonight, though. Fontenez, 5 count. He's got a quick one. 5:09 to play. Sequins are out over on the far side with our homecoming queen coming in. And that announcement to be made here in between ball games. But Trojans, ladies, trying to come back here on homecoming night against a very good Columbus Titan team. And a Trojan leading scorer who's a little out of sorts at times here this evening. She only has 1 field goal in the second half here with 4:57 to play in it. Say off night when a person's got 14 points, but that's the way it is.
It's been the quietest 14 I've seen.
3 field goals.
Yeah.
Out around midcourt. They'll hold. They've been patient all night, have the Titans, and this is the time to be rewarded for that patience. And Fontenez has not missed very many shots.
No, and Columbus has done a great job taking care of the ball against that pressure. I mean, they turned it over a few times in the first half, but here in the second half, much more poised.
Ferguson, she'll be fouled by Holman. It's her third runner. Team number 5 on, team number foul number 6 on the Titans. And here's Crane out around midcourt. She'll hold. Screen come from Ferguson. Sydney, just complete frustration. You can see her there as she flows that ball over to Murphy. You win some, you lose some. And Columbus has done what they wanted to do here tonight. Lady Trojans have not. 4:06 to play. Trojans down by 13 here in a conference matchup. They'll get it inbounds. Kenzie Smith fighting there with Youngblood. And Kenzie going to be pestering her a little bit. Be the 6th foul on the Lady Trojans. Shell-shocked look on the face of the Lady Trojans right now, top to bottom. Murphy going to check out. Smith checks out. Ferguson checks out. Worrell comes in. Bailey comes in. And Jada Valley checks back into the ballgame for the Lady Trojans. They throw it in deep. Ball's knocked around. Jada Valley comes away with it. Trying to get a jump ball. That's in favor of the Lady Trojans.
That's the first turnover in a long time by the Lady Titans.
Young coach, Willie Watt. And he's been just as calm as the girls have played. Surprise, surprise. You are who your coach is oftentimes, and that's how they played tonight. On the right side for Sands, skip pass, and they jump that one. Valley comes away with it. Somehow stays on her feet. Worrell. Drake holding. Skip pass outside for Sands. Gabby to Valley. Valley step through. Little runner in the paint, no good. Trojans have not made very many shots.
No. That rim looks like about the size of a thimble tonight.
3 field goals in the third quarter. None here in this fourth quarter so far for Girard. Fontenez. Drake Worrell just trying to foul her. Couldn't get the call. Luckily for the Trojans, she missed. Here's Crane up in front. Gabby with the right hand, good. And a timeout coming from Coach Urlacher. The first field goal comes of the 3:12 mark of this fourth quarter. Timeout on the floor. It's a 30. We'll keep it right here. We do have homecoming festivities I mentioned coming up in just a little bit. We'll have that for you. We'll let that roll, and you'll get to watch that. Hopefully for people who are interested to see how things go in that one. So keep it right here. Back in action coming up on Tuesday as the Trojans make the short trip down to Cherokee to take on the Southeast Lancers. Pregame coverage is scheduled for around 5:30. Tip-off for 6 o'clock in that one, and then the Trojans are at Independence next Friday night. We'll have that ball game for you as well as we make that trip down to Montgomery County, take on the Bulldogs. Woo-hoo! And then a week from Tuesday, it's at Galena, so a 3-game road stand here for the Trojans before they come back for a single game on senior night against Colgan, and then 2 games on the road, and we're done. Into sub-state action.
Just like that.
See if the Trojans can surprise them here. Jada going to pick up her 3rd foul. 7th on the Lady Trojans, and that'll coach arguing that she had position to get in there, and ball's in the air. It's anybody's ball, but
they're not hearing him tonight, that's for sure.
And Holman at the free throw line to shoot 2. She is 1 out of 4 from the charity stripe. First one's on the way, up and no good. Fontenez over the back though, she gets the rebound. Loose ball off of Holman, out of bounds. It'll go back to Lady Trojans to get a break there. Well, that's how you get back in the ball game, down by 11. You got to have a little sense of urgency, but you
got to work quickly here.
Sydney off to Sants. Gabby will set her feet, fire 3, and those 3s is what got him into this mess. And it doesn't look like it's what's going to get him out of this mess. Coach Watt calls a timeout for the Titans so they can maintain that possession. Timeout on the floor, we'll take it. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Crocan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Computer died, so I couldn't do it. 61-50, Lady Trojans find themselves in an 11-point deficit here at home on homecoming against the Columbus Titans. Who scheduled this game? And there's another turnover. Drake Worrell comes away with it. Off to Crane. Crane will step through off the glass. Good. Sydney Crane gets the bucket to go. 61-52, another near turnover is stolen away by Crane, and as she's fouled, and she'll go to the free throw line to shoot 1 and 1. It's a 7th team foul. And Sydney at the charity stripe tonight so far has been 6 of 8 from the free throw line. It's perfect since she missed her first 2.
Well, we saw the Lady Trojans steal one from Baxter here the other night. Maybe they can get a little late game magic going tonight.
61-52.
If that happens, we've got some really bad seats.
First one is good. Best seats in the house are watching right here on Girard Sports Live.
That's right.
Wish we could get the smell of popcorn pumped through here and really get the full experience. Crane made them both. A couple big free throw shots there. 61-54. Trojans get the trap right where they want it on Youngblood. And a timeout taken by Coach Watt. He's going to take a 30. I think all they have is a full. Nope, he's got a 30 left. Trying to let these guys work it out so we know what we're going to do here, but
I think
we'll just keep it right here. Why not?
I think the ref's telling him that they...
Again, homecoming here tonight. And somewhere around here, I've got who the queen candidates are. You get more and more like Bob Euchre every day. Congratulations to these young ladies and their families. Malia Sandy, Addie Mangori, Cameron Towner, Kylie Freeman, and Jalen Jenkins on being nominated for that by their classmates and selected. See how that goes here this evening. 61-54. Trojans again trying to put some pressure on. That was darn near backcourt. Off right side. Trojans really being aggressive defensively now. Drake Worrell They're doubling up on Youngblood. Kick
Almost
back
a walk.
outside for Cassidy. Chargers putting that pressure on. 2:18. Got to get a turnover. Holman, she'll fire one. No good. Rebound. Youngblood. Youngblood bounced out of there. Last touch by the Lady Trojans. And it'll stay with the Titans here. It's aggressiveness on defense. They weren't really allowed to do that, remember, in the first half because of foul trouble.
There's been a lot of contact going uncalled here in the second half. It's like a change of philosophy.
Here inbound. Nearly a 5 count again to get into the Youngblood. Off left side for Fontanez. They just want to hold on. Trojans got to get aggressive. Working on Holman. Was Crane. Now they'll get up on her and they're going to foul. Riley Howardy with no points yet, and that was probably by design there for Lady Trojans, as she has not been to the free throw line.
And you notice who fouled her, Gabby Sands, who had fouls to give.
Yep, Gabby fouls her. Her first. J.C. Murphy going to check in. In comes for the Titans. J.C. Murphy comes in. In comes Gray for the Titans as we trade out offense, defense here a little bit. 2 minutes to play, minute 59 exactly. 61-54. Trojans lost track there when they were starting to fall behind quite a bit, but they fell behind.
Down by 11 at one point.
And a missed. Trojans need points. Every possession is valuable. Crane fires up a long three, no good. Rebound, Jada Murphy, nope, still loose. Still to be determined. Crane came out of there with it. Jump ball in favor of the Lady Trojans. Big break there for Girard. Minute 46 to play.
They're going to give it to Columbus.
Yeah, they did not switch that charity. They're on the board, they didn't switch it. Throw it in deep to Fontanez. She's got it up. JC knocked it out of bounds. They didn't say a foul. They just said knocked it out of bounds. Good hustle by JC to stay with that one and swat it away. It'll go back to the Lady Titans, though. Titans to inbound here. Do not forget, Lady Trojans are the defending 4A Division II champs, and that is not lost on the teams that play them. Fontanez, shot no good. Rebound by the Lady Trojans.
Got to push.
Chance to make this a single possession, 2-possession game. There's Valley just trying to get one to go. Out of bounds off of the Trojans.
Just pretty abysmal night shooting the ball for Girard, and that's really what's killed him here. They played tough defense. Columbus shot the lights out, and Girard can't buy a shot. That's been the difference.
Near steal. There is a steal. Crane. Oh, she traveled with it. Yep. Youngblood rolled over. Minute 27, under 90 seconds to play. 87 seconds to be exact in this ball game. 7-point contest. Murphy, top of the key.
That shot.
Over to Crane. Sydney, catch, fire, no good. Drake Whirl, rebound, put up, no good. It just continues. Crane will get it back. That one won't go either. Loose ball. Somehow Crane ends back up with it. That one finally goes in. And Coach wants a timeout.
If that one doesn't go in, you need to just take that rim down, throw it in the dumpster, and go buy a new one.
61-55 Lady Trojans trying to climb their way back into this one. It is a 2-possession game. Timeout. It's a full. We'll take it. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Girard High School basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Are you in need of post-surgical therapies for yourself or a loved one? The employees of Medical Lodges are here to care for you. With over 50 years of serving the community, they pride themselves on having the therapy experience you deserve. In fact, Medical Lodges is the first healthcare company in the United States to be 100% employee-owned. So when you're at Medical Lodges, you're part of the family. Stop by one of their homes today and feel the Medical Lodges difference. For more information, check out medicallodges.com.
This is Girard Sports Live.
(61-56). Lady Trojans trail by 5 here to the Columbus Titans on homecoming night. Trojans did trail by as many as 11. There's about 3 minutes to play, in fact, is what I said.
But they score here, and it starts to get interesting.
They're down by 11. Minute 11.
But they got to get a turnover.
Nearly cut that in half. 2-possession game. Near steal again. Quick hands. Inbound again. Youngblood with it. Back over they go. Now, quick hands again by Sydney Crane. JC going to get contact. She'll go to the free throw line for a couple of untimed buckets possibly here.
Yeah, biggest thing, stops the clock, get a chance to chip on it.
Unbelievable. And JC will step to the free throw line here. She is just 1 out of 3 on the night from the charity stripe. Coaches all around us.
Everybody knows best.
JC miss it. So JC just one of 2 seniors on this Girard Trojan team.
Maybe Caleb, when he dunked the other night, did something to this rim.
She makes the next one that way, take the rim out of it. 61-56. 57 rather. 4-point game. And foul going to be called against the Lady Trojans. Sydney Crane, she's got some fouls. She did have foul trouble early on. I said she could play with those 2 fouls, and she picks up her 3rd personal. It's going to send Cassidy to the free throw line to shoot. 1 and 1. Cassidy 3 out of 5 on the night from the charity stripe. She had 12 points at halftime, just 16 of the contest now. And she uses the backboard a little bit. Trojans 9-0 run right now. It's just snapped.
Yeah, it's been that kind of night for the Titans, though. You get a bad-looking free throw, goes off the glass and goes in.
62-58. Sands 3, no good. Rebound Murphy. She'll throw it up and she'll be fouled. Good hustle by JC Murphy to come in there and get that board. And JC's got a chance to pull it within a 1-point game, or 1 possession game rather. And here comes the first one for JC. Good. Confident shot there by JC Murphy. Again, Lady Trojans trailed 61-40. They trailed by more than 11. They were down by 13. And now it's a 3-point game. Murphy made 3 in a row. 62. Another steal by Crane. 3 on the way. No good. Rebound. Gabby Sands shot no good, and rebound pulled out there by Cassidy. Here she comes.
Gut-wrenching.
30 seconds to play. Cassidy with it out high, and Trojans need either foul or steal.
Foul.
3-point game. And there's Gabby. She will foul Riley Howardy with 24.5 seconds to play. 62-59. And Howardy at the free throw line to shoot 2 now with 24.5.
Big free throws here.
And she makes the first one. That's the biggest one. It's her first point of the ball game, naturally.
Mm-hmm.
This is the second one. Here come Lady Trojans quickly up the floor. 3 by Crane, no good. It's a 4-point game. You're going to have to get 2 field goals. I don't know if you need to go down immediately and chuck up a 3. And foul's going to be called on JC, her first.
Just
team foul number 10.
Ice cold shooting night for the Lady Trojans. Coach Herlocker just shaking his head. They've really done effort-wise, defensive-wise, everything they needed to do to get back in this ball game. They just can't get a shot to fall.
The damage they've done to their 3-point shooting percentage tonight is going to be impossible to overcome. They've got 1 in this in this second half rather. 2 on the night.
Yeah.
Youngblood makes the first, missed the second. Got to hustle now. Now you do throw up 3s. Sydney, pull the trigger on a 3 up. Good. Timeout by Coach Herlocker. Jeez Louise.
And if I'm Columbus, I don't understand why they didn't pick her up at half court. I mean, granted, you might just let her keep shooting the way it's been going tonight, but you would think that she's the best shooter on that team. Pick her up at half court and make somebody else take that shot.
Three-point bucket by Crane. 2, 4, 6, 8. 14 points in the second half. She's hit her average now at 23 for this ball game. 9.1 on the clock. They're in a much more entertaining ball game than we thought it would be when the game was 61-48 with 3 minutes to play in it. Lady Trojans have outscored the Titans 11-2.
I said they were a third quarter team, and they just did not show up for the third quarter tonight, and that's a huge difference in this ball game.
11-3 in the final 3 minutes of this one. But still too shy. A steal and a bucket ties this ball game.
And get that steal, don't settle for the jumper, go to the rack.
Yep. Howardy trying to inbound. She'll get it into Cassidy. And they'll foul her quickly, 6.9. And Cassidy will have to go to the free throw line and make a couple of big free throws.
She's a pretty good free throw shooter tonight.
Yep. Cassidy on the night from the charity stripe is 4 out of 6. Actually, 4 out of 7. I didn't knock down her second one. Ooh, big one there.
Yep.
Coach, I don't know how many timeouts Coach has left, but if he has one, if she misses this, he'll probably take it to draw up this 2-point play. If she makes it, he'll probably let them go because they'll just need to shoot a 3, and we know who's going to take that one. So do the Titans. Here's a second one from Cassidy. Missed them both. Out to Crane. Sydney 5, 4. Dribble through. Step. Little runner. Good! Oh! Now we're going to overtime. A big hug from Coach Herlocker and the Lady Trojans, who are down by 13 with 3 minutes to play. Sydney Crane steps into the paint, drops it in the bucket, and the Trojans are tied up 64 apiece. What a ball game so far here in this one. We've got 4 minutes, a little bonus time tonight on homecoming. Unbelievable.
And as bad as it looked through stretches for the Trojans, all that's history now. You're tied up, talking overtime, and it's a brand new ball game. So hopefully shake off that shooting performance, come out here, and just keep stroking them.
11 points in the fourth quarter for Sydney Crane. Tears in the eyes of both her parents. I watched as that one went through there. I would be a mess if that was my kid. She's had to overcome some stuff tonight, has Crane, and she's had some waning moments in this game of
Coach Lord left when they were down by 11.
I wasn't going to say it.
I said it.
64-64, Lady Trojans all tied up. 4 minutes to play in this ball game, and Sid's just come out of her funk here in this second half. Again, Lady Trojans in general had to come out of it. Some big free throws by J.C. Murphy. She went 3 of 4 from the charity stripe. Lady Trojans did not score in this fourth quarter, and then the 3:12 mark on a 2-point bucket by Gabby Sands. And those three are the only ones who have scored. Those are the 3 leaders on this team. Leave it up to your leaders to lead in tight ball games. 64-64. What a game. We're in overtime.
He got Sid jumping.
Against Youngblood. 5'10" against Sydney Crane at 5'8". Overtime on homecoming. This is good stuff here. Trojans will win that toss as well. Forget about height. Momentum clearly in the favor of the Lady Trojans. In front of a great crowd here and at home. Trojans with it. They're going to be patient. There's no reason now. Probably a little bit just catch your breath after all that. Crane, hold out a high. Sue Sands in the right corner. Valley. Jada off to Murphy. JC has given a spark for the Lady Trojans. There's a couple of defensive stands. The Trojans got steals to start that run. At one point it was a 9-0 run. Crane went coast to coast in under 6 seconds. She'll step through, scoop no good. Knocked around. She'll get her own rebound. Poked out, loose ball, still got it. She'll throw it off and replay another down here for Fontanez. Minute off the clock on this one possession. Trojans have ran a minute 3 already here in overtime. They just as soon hold it. Crane will pull the trigger on a 3. Shot no good, but there's Drake Worrell. She'll put it up and in. 66-64. Lady Trojans have not led since the start of the second half. That's their first lead in this second half. Back around. Here's Gray. She'll run up. She'll lay it in. Tied again. Macy Gray makes a big one. Her second field goal of this second half. All 6s on the board here. 2:26 to play. To Crane out on the right wing. The energy high now. Sydney going to pull up. Little 10-footer foul from behind, clearly. No call. Tough break there. Chance for the Titans to break serve here in this one. Cassidy had a chance to make it a 3-point game, but the free throw line missed 2. And that's what led us to this overtime. Out now on the left wing. We're under 2 minutes to play in this one. All starters on the floor here in this ball game for the Titans. Skip outside for Howardy. They have any energy left? Do the Trojans have any energy left after digging out of a 13-point hole in the fourth quarter? Off left side for Cassidy. 3. Big one. No good. Knocked around. Last touch. Out of bounds. Off of Fontanez. She stepped her hand through. It was a close one. 50-50 call there for the officials. And Valley had position, but Fontanez threw it out of there. And the Trojans now a chance to grab the lead back here with 90 seconds to play in the ball game. This overtime has flown by. Crane behind the back there working against Cassidy. She's done a pretty good job against her at times, but scoop off for Gabby. Trojans will hold. If they're allowed to, Girard will hold for the final shot of this game.
With a minute 15 on the clock.
We'll pick them up. Gabby will hold. Minute 7. Take care of the basketball. Every possession counts. They've learned that now, I would say, in this ball game. Mentioned the emotional strains of this ball game this week for the Lady Trojans, and they've had all the emotions again here in this ball game. 45 seconds to play in it. Cassidy outside with Gabby Hearn. Sydney just playing catch here. 37 seconds to play. Looking to work for the final shot of the ball game. They took this possession with about a minute 20 to play in the game. 27 seconds. Sands with it. And back off to Crane with 22 to play. Now you've done this, you've got to make sure you take the shot at the right time. 17 seconds for Sydney Crane, and Coach Herlocker wants a timeout. Oh, boy. Phew! I thought I was having palpitations earlier tonight.
Yeah.
The old ticker's getting a workout here.
Man, we haven't even had the men's game.
Oh, I know it. Boys will come up in just a little bit. We'll have homecoming festivities as well. An overtime win here would certainly put a ton of energy into this gym that's already here.
You know who we haven't seen tonight? Behind the curtain.
We have not seen behind the curtain.
We have not.
There's
where are they? Maybe they're on tour.
Could be.
Playing the BOK Center.
Maybe homecoming here. They got bigger fish to fry, perhaps. They may have work to do here in homecoming.
Maybe.
I don't know. They play a rock version of the homecoming march or whatever.
Yeah.
Lady Trojans will be back in action. Trojan men on Tuesday. Take that trip to Cherokee, take on Southeast Lancers, then on the road on Friday, a week from the 9th at Independence. Nobody thinking about that. The Crimson and Gold here, everybody focused on the final 15 seconds of this one. Got to get it in bounds. And this ball will end up in the hands of 23. And let her go to work. They'll throw it in. I'm surprised they didn't deny her more. Crane. Fighting. 9 seconds. 8, 7. Sydney dribbling through traffic. Pull up, little runner. Same shot, no good. And knocked around 2 seconds. They'll throw it. We're at a double overtime. Good night, sweetheart. Okay.
This is where your fitness becomes a factor.
4 whole points were scored in that first overtime.
There was like 4 possessions in that whole overtime.
Yep. I'm not even sure who scored those 4 points. Only 2 points were scored. And those were Drake Worrell. Right?
You know who's not making overtime? Us.
Who made those 2 points? It was Worrell, right?
Yeah. Put back.
The put back for Drake Worrell. And on their end, forgot to make my my overtime slashes here. But who made it for Columbus? Cassidy? She knocked down that bucket?
Yeah, that sounds right.
I think it was.
All of our stats are unofficial anyway, so.
That goes without saying.
Yeah.
This entire conversation would explain that to our listeners. We're giving them a little look behind the curtain.
Yeah.
We try to figure out what the world
It's an
we're doing.
inexact science, that's for sure.
That describes my life. Inexact science. Here we go. The end of the second overtime. Crane will match up again against Youngblood. They're at center court. And it'll be won by the Titans. Lady Trojans won the first one. Is this an indicator? Youngblood out around midcourt, holding. She changes pivot. They're changing around there, pivots a few times. Out to Cassidy. Lady Trojans again trailed by 13 with 3:12 to play. A little under 3:12 to play, or a little over 3:12 to play. They made their first field goal of the fourth quarter with 3:12 to play. Went on a 9-0 run and tied this ball game at the buzzer on a runner in the lane by Sydney Crane. Now we're in double overtime.
I think Columbus holding for the last shot here.
I hope not. Thank goodness we're on TV. Right in front of the Trojan student section. Over there on that right side is freshman Carrie Jones. She's got a three-point bucket.
We got Gabby Sands running line drills out there.
On the right side, her fitness will never be a problem. She could do this all day. 3:03 to play. In this one, they have held for a minute in this second overtime. Lady Trojans held for probably about almost 3 minutes in the 4 minutes of the first overtime.
Well, these girls' dance partners may do a lot of sitting tonight.
Trojan student section starting to get into it a little bit. One extra boing on that one. Out around midcourt, Cassidy. They've held for a minute and a half. Now off left side for Howardy. Cassidy to the freshman, Jones. They give her some pressure, make her make a mistake. Cassidy. Howardy.
That's too far for Drake Worrell to be trying to front. Keep her position between.
She's done a pretty good job down in there. And it's a timeout to be taken by Coach Watt. Yeah, give your credit to Drake, though. She's got the bucket. They gave them the lead.
Right.
And she's had to play that post most of this little run here.
Yep.
Remember, Brittany Bailey on the bench had those 2 fouls. Brittany a little out of sorts, and so Drake has been called into action. And obviously, when you hit a runner on the last second to tie a ball game and come back, and again, we've talked about Sydney, who's been off a little bit tonight at times, but on when it needed to count. But little honorable mention will probably be headed to Drake Worrell's way. Just 4 points in this contest.
4 big ones.
The 2 for sure big.
She hit those 2 free throws at the end of the first half that gave the Trojans that narrow lead.
Yep.
And then that big bucket in overtime.
Had to get cheers for the homecoming queens as they were waiting at the doorway.
Yeah,
they walked up there with 3 minutes to go, and the Trojans were down by 13 and thought this would be over shortly. Au contraire.
Well, half of this double overtime period's gone on one possession for Columbus.
Yep, Trojans haven't held it yet in this second overtime. 66-66. Inbound to Cassidy. Working against Jada Valley, they'll hand off. Sands. Trojans still yet to touch the basketball. On the left side. Don't let her shoot. She hasn't missed, I think, one time. Oh, they lost her in the lane. Macy Gray missed it. Youngblood gets it, and it's a 2-point game. Trojans down, 68-66. 90 seconds to play. Plenty of time here to get this 2 points. That's your focus. Here, into the paint for Crane. Reverse, shot up. They let it go there, no call. Luckily for the Trojans, Valley comes away with it. Minute 17 to play. Trojans can't buy a call. But more, credit to the officials. It's not where you want to be a factor necessarily. Crane step through again, gets contact up and in. 68-68. Sydney knocks down her first overtime bucket. In either of the overtimes, we're in double overtime here now. Top of the key for Gray. Now the Titans may think about holding for the final shot. I don't know if Coach would let them do that. Time gets to a certain point, he may end up fouling. Nail not with a tie game. Youngblood, whirl on her. Good defense, and a foul going to be called. See it maybe on Murphy, reaching from behind. And it is. So that's going to send Youngblood to the free throw line. She is 3 out of 6, 50% in this ball game.
Just need her to miss one, but you got to get that all-important rebound.
Makes the first one. She's got all 3 of their points here in double OT. 69-68. Trojans down by 1, down by 2. 70-68. What has been a very good high school girls basketball game. Crane, she'll look off the defense, lay it into the right hand. Ties it up, 19 seconds. Trojans need to stop. Up to Fontanez. She'll take that shot. And a foul going to be called on Drake Worrell. That's okay. She was going to have an easy layup. And Drake, I think, was trying to peel off and not foul her. But she gets the contact. It's her 4th. How nobody is fouled out of this game is beyond me. Fontanez is going to shoot 2.
Well, because they haven't called fouls in the second half.
Her first free throw attempt of the night. He says in a timely fashion as it rolls out.
That's the announcer's curse.
Decided I'm going to start narrating my own games. This place has gone bonkers. Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. Made it. First free throw made for Fontanez.
After Sid, go to the bucket.
Yep, Trojans got to take a timeout though. Yep, think about this one a little bit. 71-70, timeout on the floor.
Well, you got to think it's either going to happen or not here on this possession, barring a foul and a.
Yep, where the way the score is sitting right now, it's a possibility this will not go to triple overtime, but we've seen stranger things. We'll keep it right here once again, just with a 30-second timeout.
I don't know. If you're Columbus, you foul here?
No.
I mean,
no, you would do that if you were down by if you were up by 3. You would let them run a little time off and foul and send them to the free throw line. But I don't think you do that. Only if you were up by 3, you would. Trojans.
My logic here is that if you foul, they got to make 2 shots to win. If you don't foul, they only got to make 1 shot to win.
Those 2 shots you're talking about, though, are called free throws.
Yeah, well,
they're free.
Pressure's on.
Certainly it is.
Nothing's free in this world.
10.3. I don't know how the internet works. Are we running out of tape yet? Trojans with it. Crane with it. 9 seconds. 8. Sydney. 6. 5. 4. Little runner. Up. No good. Knocked around. Youngblood. Tried to foul her. Didn't get it. 71-70. Trojans going to fall here. A good ball game. What a game. Heartbreaker for the Lady Trojans, but they were kind of playing with house money.
Yeah.
On a really poor shooting night for them, but end up getting the win. That was, that's one that's going to make a big bearing on the CNC title as well. That's another reason why this was an emotional victory, I think, for both these teams, or emotional game for both these teams, and certainly an emotional victory for the Columbus Titans. But Lady Trojans end up falling here tonight, 71-70 in double overtime. A dandy of a game here tonight at Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. We'll talk about it next year on the post-game show. We got the homecoming festivities as well coming your way in just a little bit. They're coming your way right now, and so we'll bring you the homecoming festivities in its entirety here, and then we will start to get things going on the Evans Motors post-game show as we recap this ball game and we give your final stats, and we'll talk to the head coach of the Girard Trojans, Brad Herlocker, as well. All that and more coming up here on the postgame show. But first, we step aside and get you your homecoming festivities here after a 71-70 loss for Lady Trojans in double overtime after they trailed by 13 with less than 3 minutes to play. And they come back and tie the game up in regulation, went on a 9-0 run, and tied it up 64 all. It was tied 66 all in single overtime, and then just 1 point, a free throw by Nail Fontanez, her only free throw of the night. She makes it, and that's the difference, 71-70. We'll do your homecoming queen coronation, talk about this one next on the Evans Motors postgame show. And here is all the fun.
Now please direct your attention to the east doors of the gymnasium. I am honored and pleased to introduce and present the following queen candidates and their escorts. First, please welcome our first queen candidate, Miss Kylie Freeman. Kylie is the daughter of Joseph and Brandy Freeman. Kylie's escort this evening is senior Brett Ferguson, son of Todd and Lori Ferguson. Kylie is involved in KX, FCCLA, Art Club, is a student aide, is on the GHS Honor Roll, and is a Renaissance card holder. Our second queen candidate is Miss Jalen Jenkins. Jalen is the daughter of Jeff Jenkins and Connie Gibbs. Jalen's escort this evening is junior Carter Doherty, son of Darren and Leanna Doherty, and Lynn Bowman and Anita Doherty. Jalen is involved in softball, dance team, FCCLA treasurer, foreign language club event coordinator, KX, SAFE, art club, science club, is a student aide, member of the National Honor Society, is on the GHS Honor Roll, and is a Renaissance card holder. Our third candidate is Miss Addie Mingori. Addie is the daughter of Stan Mingori and Jenny Sinclair. Addie's escort this evening is senior Ethan Goff, son of Scott and Michelle Goff. Addie is involved in the FDLA, KX, Multimedia Production, is the Student Council Vice President, a student aide, and is a member of the National Honor Society. Our fourth candidate is Miss Malia Sandy. Malia is the daughter of Vance and Krista Sandy. Malia's escort this evening is junior Evan Troike, son of Jim and Alicia Troike. Malia is involved in volleyball, softball, FCCLA, KX, is a student aide, and is a Renaissance card holder. Our final queen candidate this evening is Miss Cameron Towner. Cameron is the daughter of John and Beth Towner. Cameron's escort this evening is junior Caleb Booyah, son of Joseph and Cindy Booyah. Cameron is involved in SAFE, FFA, KX, is a student aide, is on the GHS Honor Roll, and is a Renaissance card holder. Ladies and gentlemen, without further delay, Mr. Beatty, drum roll, please. It is my pleasure to present the 2018 JHS Basketball Homecoming Queen, Miss Jalen Jenkins. The Queen will now receive flowers, an autographed basketball, a crown, and a kiss.
There you go. Congratulations to all those young ladies. Congratulations to Ms. Jalen Jenkins on winning the Homecoming Queen candidates here in this one. Lady Trojans fall in this ball game in double overtime. You're fine. Double overtime in this one. 71 to 70. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll come back and we'll talk with the head coach of the Girard Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker, here on the Evans Motors postgame show. Evans Motors has been getting people on the road since 1935. Stop by the lot just south of Pittsburgh. See Nate or Eddie for a test drive and let them find the vehicle that's right for you, or check out their online showroom at evansmotors.net. We'll talk to the head coach of the Girard Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker, next on the Evans Motors postgame show on Girard Sports Live.
For over 80 years, Evans Motors has provided some of the best handshakes in the four-state area. No matter what type of handshake a situation calls for, Evans Motors will guide the hand into its proper position with the correct amount of pressure. Risky handshakes, classic handshakes, or something in between, Nate and Eddie have an arsenal of shakes, roughly umpteen. So the next time you want an optimal handshake, come to Evans Motors in Pittsburgh.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about their e-Power checking, mobile banking, and bill pay, and new Guardian Secure checking. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC, and a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Go Trojans!
This is Girard Sports Live.
Back out here in the postgame, the Girard Lady Trojans and the Columbus Titans here on homecoming. Lady Trojans falling a heartbreaker here tonight, 71-70 in double overtime. I haven't had a lot of double overtime games in my career, and that was a good one. Lady Trojans will have to come back, and joining us now, the head coach of the Lady Trojans, Brad Herlock. Let's try to break that one down, Coach, a little bit. In a game where certainly shooting the ball was not the forte of the Lady Trojans. It just seemed to not be able to get the ball, go through the hole. You guys went all the way until the 3-minute mark of the fourth quarter before you got a field goal. They had built a 13-point lead at that point. And what were you thinking as you kind of regrouped there at the 3-minute mark?
You know, it was frustrating because, you know, you can dwell on our shooting.
Yep.
But I thought defensively we played really, really well, and then we would not allow, you know, we'd give the offensive rebound up and let them stick it back in. And so it was frustrating to see up until that point, you know, us giving up that extra opportunity, especially to number 35, and, you know, you give her that second chance right underneath the basket. There wasn't anybody that could contest her tonight. And so I was frustrated with that, but, you know, I did call timeout and said, hey, girls, we're going to win this just like we did at Baxter. And I guess I'm a liar, but we came about as close as you can come to doing it. So,
yeah, it was one of those ball games. It's certainly emotional for you. You mentioned, you know, to me that was an emotional week all the way around for your team and emotional in that ball game. How do you take that experience and make sure it's not a negative, make sure it's a positive?
Well, you know, I think, you know, if we go on and tank and lose that game by 20 like we could have done if we kept playing the next 3 minutes like we'd played the first 7, you know, it obviously is a very negative thing, and we start having to look really, really super look in the mirror. You know, I talked to the girls about, you know, just that thing. I said, you know, the way you played those last 3 minutes, and pretty much, you know, I would, there's nothing I would really change in overtime other than that touch foul that got called.
Yeah.
But, you know, there's nothing they did wrong. I said, but think back to those first 7 minutes. Were you was dialed in? Were you was locked in? Were you was focused?
Right.
Did you give everything you had in those 7 minutes just like you did in those last 3? And obviously, you know, they all shook their head. And you know, everybody knows, everybody in the room, it doesn't have to be said. And you know, but I couldn't be more proud of the Heart. My goodness, you know, you're down 13 points. And, you know, this isn't the first time that we've fought back in and almost won basketball game. And we've lost a couple close ones this year this way. It's heartbreaking to do. But, a tremendous amount of fight in my girls, and I couldn't be more proud of them.
And get credit to Columbus. That's a good little team and a good young coach. It seemed like he's got them doing what he wants them to do, and that's hard to do as a young coach.
Very contained, and we laid all kinds of pressure on them for the most part until that last 3 minutes. They did a pretty decent job of handling it, and if you leave them open, and we knew that, that's why we weren't playing the half-court game with them. If you give them a wide-open shot, they had kids that were knocking shots down. As far as shooting teams, they're one of the better shooting teams we faced.
All right, Coach. Well, a tough loss here, but a heck of a ball game. Proud of your girls, and congratulations, I guess, on right now still sitting pretty good at 9-5 on the season, 2-1 in CNC play. Still have a chance for that CNC title, and good luck coming up on Tuesday.
Thank you.
Head coach of the Girard Lady Trojans, Brad Herlocker, joining us here on the Evans Motors postgame show. Lady Trojans fall here tonight, 71-70 in double overtime. Let's take a look at your final numbers, brought to you by Westridge Assisted Living, allowing seniors to remain active and enjoying their daily lives in a worry-free, stress-free environment. Stop by and see Kathy and Girard to learn more about what Westridge Assisted Living has to offer your loved ones. Lady Titans, they had a couple of girls, nearly 20, two players at 19 points, 19 for Fontanez and 19 points for Morgan Cassidy. 13 points from Carson Youngblood, none bigger than the 4 points she had in double overtime. 10 points from Macy Gray, so 4 girls in double figures, and 3 points from Carrie Jones, 3 from Anna Holman, 2 from Paige Zom, and 1 from Riley Howardy for the Lady Titans. For the Lady Trojans, Sydney Crane, only 9 points at halftime. She averages 23 a ball game. She had 27, and including overtime, double overtime, she had 8, 10, 13 points in the fourth quarter in overtime. So nearly half of her points coming in crunch time. She also went 8 of 10 from the free throw line in this ball game and willed them back into it. She hit the game-tying shot to make it 64-64, but in the end just fell short as Lady Trojans again fall 71-70. Other scores for Lady Trojans, 12 points from Jada Valley, 2 for 2 from the stripe. She went 6 for 6 from the charity stripe. How I missed all those is beyond me. And so Lady Trojans, 6 for 6 for her. She ended up with 12 points in this contest. Jada, no field goals, though, in the second half. Lady Trojans did go to the free throw line a lot, 22 of 29 in this contest. Shot it pretty well from there, but really nowhere else throughout most of the contest. Other than that, for the Trojans, 8 points from J.C. Murphy on 4 of 7 shooting from the free throw line. 4 points from Gabby Sands, 4 from Drake Worrell, 2 from Brittany Bailey, 2 from Kenzie Kester, and 2 from Kenzie Smith, 4 for JoJo Ferguson for the Lady Trojans. Final score 71-70. Lady Trojans fall here in double overtime on homecoming. Again, congratulations to all the ladies, Malia Sandy, Addie Mongori, Cameron Towner, Kylie Freeman, and homecoming queen recipient Jalen Jenkins here on homecoming night. We've got a boys game coming up in just a little bit. We'll talk more about that as we kick off the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. It's going to do it for the postgame show as Lady Trojans again fall here 71-70 in double overtime. We'll step away, take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll hear from the head coach of the Girard Trojans. We'll hear from Rod Westcott next. Remember, pregame show brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Up next, the head coach of the Trojans, Ron Westcott, on the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show at Girard Sports Live.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about their ePower checking, mobile banking, and bill pay, and new Guardian Secure checking. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC, and a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Go Trojans!
For all your insurance and financial service needs, call your State Farm agent TJ Belcher in Girard today.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Welcome back to the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show here on Girard Sports Live. BJ Harris along with you as we settle in for the backside of a high school basketball doubleheader tonight. On homecoming as the Girard Trojans take on the Columbus Titans. Joining us now, the head coach of the Girard Trojans, Rod Westcott. And Coach, boy, good win on Tuesday. A win over a feisty Frontenac team in a game that was full of emotion, as you would expect in a rivalry ball game. But in the end, your guys' level-headedness perhaps overcame some of the feistiness and ended up leading to the victory as you guys cruised to a win in the fourth quarter. Overall, as you went back and kind of reviewed that ball game, what allowed you guys to get that win?
Well, I think that was probably a big part of it. Our kids kept their heads and, played under control and just kept thinking next play. And, that probably had a big part in the outcome. But give our kids a lot of credit, not only keeping their composure throughout the game, but just kept playing hard. Hard-fought game. Both teams were really, really battling hard and doing some good things. And, we made a few more plays down the stretch than what they did and made the plays at the right time as well. That's something that sometimes goes overlooked. You can make plays throughout the game, but can you make them when it counts? And, our guys were able to step up, and I thought free throws, we probably shot them as well as we have all year. I think we were 21 of 25 from the line. So, and I'll take that about any time we can.
Yeah, if you wouldn't, you'd be getting a little greedy, Coach. I think 21 to 25, not too shabby. And we talk almost every time we talk about building that resume, learning from each game, taking what you happened in the game before and applying it to the next game. But rarely do you get to see it happen back to back. And Fort Scott, late moments of that game a week ago, kind of faltered. Had some turnovers, costly turnovers, and just couldn't win down the stretch of the game. And it seemed like that lesson was learned dramatically in the game against Frontenac because you were in the same situation heading into the fourth quarter, but I could almost tell the guys thinking about it, hey, watch the pass, anticipate the throw, make sure you're taking care of the basketball. It had to feel good to see that learning experience applied the very next game.
Yeah, it's things that we work on all the time in practice and just focus and concentration. And those are so big anymore because you've got to continue to be thinking that next play. And if you do make a mistake, you got to let that go and not dwell on it. And, that's something that I think kids, especially when they're young, have a hard time with. But as they mature and get more experience, you hopefully can learn from those things and continue to get better.
Yeah, we talked before that ball game how important it was. Obviously, Caleb Muya and Evan Troike have really been stepping up big, but how important those other guys are as they and need to contribute. And one of those guys is Ethan Goff. If he has a good game, if you go back and look at your record, I bet you are winning way more than you're losing. And he came out just seemed like with a heck of a lot more confidence, made a couple of shots early, and was a big factor.
Yeah, he did. Really played well, played under control, didn't force things too much. Really had a nice game for us, and he's very capable of that. They come out face guarding him after he hit that one three just right off the bat, and he didn't let that rattle him. He kept playing and played within himself. Brett Ferguson's another kid that stepped up, really had a nice game for us, and did some good things for us inside. So a lot of guys stepping up right now. Ryder, we put him on probably their best guard, and that probably goes unnoticed because he didn't score a lot of points. Right. But what he did defensively for us throughout the game paid big dividends down to the end of the game there, and stay on a roll.
All right, Columbus Titans here tonight. It's homecoming. You got to have that festive atmosphere, hopefully inside the gymnasium. But what did the Titans have in store, and what do you expect out of tonight's ball game?
I tell you, they're that team that's really on the bubble. I think they've only got 4 or 5 wins on the year right now, but they played Parsons. It was a 1-2 point game at halftime the other night. They've got some kids that can really step out and shoot the ball. A little point guard, he's not real big, but guys say there's been games he's 6 or 7 3-pointers. So get light it up. We're gonna have to make sure we know where he's at all the time. Do a good job on the glass. So big test for us tonight. It's one of those games that they come out and play well and not be thinking too much about the homecoming dance or anything like that. So coaches hate just because there's lots of different distractions that can take your kids away from what they need to be focused on. But hopefully we've matured enough throughout the year that we can handle it.
All right, Coach. We appreciate your time as always, and good luck tonight against the Titans.
All right. Thanks, BJ.
Head coach of the Girard Trojans, Rod Westcott, joining us here on the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. We'll step away, take a quick break. Still to come, your starting lineup, keys to games, opening tip-off from Girard, the Trojans, and the Titans next on Girard Sports Live.
Mathis Drugstore Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drugstore, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
Peony Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Peony DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Peony has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Peony Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new CEREC dental system, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to peonydental.com.
Producers Co-op of Girard has been serving the needs of farmers and ranchers in southeast Kansas for decades. With a wide range of products and services, you'll be sure to find what you're looking for. Contact the Agronomy Center for seed recommendations, seed treatments, crop scouting, and more, or stop by the farm store for feeds, equipment, supplies, clothing, and accessories. Producers Co-op also has bulk fuels and propane available. To see everything Producers Co-op Association has to offer, visit them online at www.girardcoop.com or give them a call at 620-724-8241.
First National Bank of Girard is proud to be the oldest bank in Crawford County, serving the area since 1878. With 139 years of experience, it's no surprise First National Bank of Girard has such a great reputation for quality customer service. First National Bank of Girard is committed to providing the best quality products and services, including online banking and bill pay, loans, CDs, and more. Use the convenient drive-up window or come on in and see all of the friendly faces at First National Bank of Girard, proud supporter of Trojan athletics.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student-athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judd Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members so they are able to make the best decisions. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, or Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
This is Girard Sports Live.
Here we go, getting ready for the second ball game of the night. The Girard Trojans and the Columbus Titans starting lineups brought to you by. Starting lineups brought to you by our friends at Larrett Ceramics, as always. Starting lineups are brought to you by Pearls and Curls Boutique. The Trojans will start this game in style, but nowhere near the level of style you'll find at Pearls and Curls Boutique, a great new shabby chic boutique located next door to Sheer Expressions on the south side of the square in Girard. See all the new arrivals at facebook.com/Pearls and Curls. KS first up for the Columbus Titans will be number 2, Sam Woolover, 5'9" senior. Number 5, Austin Legel, 6'5" senior. Number 11, Patrick Cassidy, 5'8" sophomore. Number 12, Jared Graham, a 6'3" junior. And number 13, Colton Lawrence, a 6'4", 12. The Titans are coached by Jerry Smiley for the Trojans, coming in at 9-4. Titans, by the way, are 4-10, 0-1 in the CNC. Trojans are 9-4, 2-0 in the CNC. It'll be number 4, Ryder Worrell, 6' sophomore. Number 5, Ethan Goff, 6' senior. Number 10, Caleb Muyat, 6'3" junior. Caleb averaging 24 points a game, coming off a 27-point performance the other night against Frontenac. Number 34, Brett Ferguson, 6'3" senior. And number 50, Evan Troike, a 5'10" junior. Keys to the game brought to you by Fort Scott Community College. There's something for everyone at Fort Scott Community College. Students can take general education courses or complete an associate's degree or certificate. Visit fortscott.edu or call 620-223-2700 for more information. Josh?
Well, my key to the game for the Trojans is take those shots early, shoot them in rhythm, and try and stretch this defense out. We know Columbus can shoot the ball. That's what kept them in that game with Parsons earlier this season. They shot the lights out in the first half. So Trojans are going to have to kind of match that outside shooting. It'll open up those opportunities on the inside for Caleb and the post players for the Trojans.
Opening tip-off brought to you by Larrett Ceramics, 503 West Maple in Girard. Stop by today, check out their great gift ideas, and get creative when it comes to gift buying. Get your friends or family a beautiful ceramic piece or sign up for classes. 620-724-8442. Larrett Ceramics. Caleb Muyat, center court, going to leap things up against Austin Legel. Caleb and Austin about the same height, but Caleb looks 4 inches taller with that hair. And opening tip going to be won by the Titans. They'll have it going from left to right. Off left side, quickly swing it to left corner for Woollever. Empty down inside. Trying to quickly get it to Legel. And shot no good. Here come the Trojans. Run to the floor. Troike going to get the rebound, go coast to coast. Now kick back outside for Whirl. Ethan Goff, wide open 3, no good. And rebound pulled out of there by the Titans. Pulled out of there by Lawrence. Come Lawrence. Yeah, watch number 11, Cassidy. He will shoot it anywhere, anytime. Back outside, swing it back around. Here he has it. He almost made me look real smart. He's got to kick back outside on the left wing. Looking to drive Lawrence. Now he'll pull up jumper, no good. Rebound pulled out of there. And that rim has not been very favorable to anybody tonight. Back around. Goff, he'll penetrate. Step through. Up, shot blocked. And pulled out of there by the Titans. Gathered up by Woollever.
Yeah, you go into the trees like that, you got to pump fake, try and get them up off their feet. Or kick it back out.
Yep. So you're saying there's options. Out left side for Woollever. He'll reset the offense here for the Titans. Off to the right wing for Lawrence, number 13. Number 11 here is Patrick Cassidy. Lawrence on the right side. Looking to drive his Legel. Kick. Back around. Much like the ladies, the Titan men have been, well, that was a carry off his hip, but back off right side. Subtle. Left wing. Back over they go for Cassidy. This will be a fun little matchup here, these two. Ryder gets beat, and a foul on Troike. Watch that one tonight. Those two going at it, evenly matched sophomores. Ryder Whirl and Patrick Cassidy. Cassidy going to go to the contact. Foul was called, going to go to the line rather. Contact was on Troike. His first foul, team foul number 1. 6:23 to play. No score of those 4 here in this one. Cassidy at the free throw line to shoot 2. He makes the first one. Second one's up and good. On the other end, up and under. Goff, loose ball. Nearly a tie up there, but gathered back up by the Titans. Call comes from Coach Smiley, and Coach Smiley wearing a green shirt, you know, the old Columbus green. Well, there it is. 3, Cassidy, good. It's funny how you forget things, and then all of a sudden you see a kid and you're like, oh yeah, that dude can shoot, and he does it from anywhere. He did it last year, and here he is again.
Yeah.
5-point lead already.
Ryder got a little reminder there. Guard this kid from the half-court stripe.
Troike. Ryder wants to get right back on the way. No good. And loose ball. Right now the Titans winning on the boards as well. Cassidy going to bring it up the floor. On the right side, they'll throw it over for Jared Graham. Empty pass down inside, stolen away by Goff. Ethan going to run with it. Hard pass. Muya off the glass. Good. Good fast break bucket there. Stops a 5-0 run to start this ball game for the Titans. 5-2. 5:15 to play in the opening quarter. CNC matchup here from Girard. Outside, catch, fire, Woollever. 3, no good. Rebound, Muya. Throw it up, Goff. Bounce pass, good. Whirl, quickly up off the glass and good. Good ball movement in transition there for the Trojans. 5-0 run to stop. 4-0 run now for the Trojans here early going to this one.
Yeah, Columbus has the height advantage. Girard's trying to counter it by beating him down the floor.
Up off inside Legel. Good defense by Caleb Muya. There are fun matchups all across the place there on this game. Muya and Legel going to be battling out down inside the paint. Foul was called on Ethan Goff, his first. Team foul number 2 on the Trojans. 4:43 to play in the first half. Out of the ball game comes Jared Graham. In goes Sailor Stanley. And out comes Ryder Whirl. Into Carter Doherty. Small for big. Set. Stanley, 3, no good. Rebound, though. Trojans got to get boards. You bring in your big man, you go to a more size inside. You got to get those rebounds inside. Trojans do end up with it. Troike, though, slicing through behind his back. Kick. Ferguson. Red will give right back to Troike. Back over to Goff. There's Troike. No, good ball movement. Good movement without the basketball for Evan Troike. Trojans have scored 6 unanswered and grabbed their first lead of the ball game here as we approach the midway point of this first quarter. Top of the key for Colton Lawrence. On the right wing, pumping, pull up. 15-footer good. And right back to Titans go. Cassidy has all their points. Carter Doherty catch high post. Back outside for Muya. He'll face. Off left side for Goff. Free throw line, Troike. He'll elevate. Jumper no good. Carter Doherty, good board there from Carter. And a foul going to be called against Woolever, reaching in there from behind him. And it will go back to the Trojans. Short break for Jared Graham. Out goes Colton Lawrence. In for the first time tonight is Tommy Schallenberger for the Titans. Uyada inbound. Catch Troike. Back outside. Trojans down by 1. Good pass down inside. They lost Caleb. Caleb found himself way closer to the rim than he normally gets to catch the basketball, and Trojans right back in front. Off to the right corner. Back around. Here left side. For Woolever. Yep, got to get a hand in his face.
Yeah. You can't guard him like you guard someone else and stay 4 feet off of him. You need to be inside his jersey with him out there.
How about 10 points for him in the first 3 or 5 minutes of this game? Troike up off the glass and good, right back. And a timeout going to be taken by Coach Westcott. He's saying, I told you guys that kid can shoot. I told you he can shoot. You got to guard him everywhere. Coach giving a little coming to Jesus right now.
Yeah.
Columbus, and then Girard comes back, ties it up at 10 apiece. 30-second time. I'll keep it right here. 2:43 to play in this first quarter. And you can see now, Josh, you mentioned in your keys of the game, you can see where the Titans can keep up with a team like Parsons or like Girard because of that shooting from anywhere, anytime.
Yeah, anywhere, anytime. And the way you get into that shooting is doing what the Trojans are doing. Run the ball up and down the floor, make them play defense, make them play constant transition defense, and try and wear out those legs, and it'll affect that shot later in the ball game. But you got to get a hand in his face and at least contest those shots. And so far, Coach Westcott not happy with the amount of room he's had shooting the ball tonight.
He's only 5'8", so you can get some hand in his face a little bit. We'll put Ethan Goff out there on him. Off the left side, he's got all 10 of their points.
Yeah, you get out there, Ethan.
He wants it back. He wants it back. And a 3-second violation to be called down inside on Schallenberger.
Yeah, everybody kind of got caught watching what was going on outside, including Schallenberger.
2:25 to play. Into first quarter, 10-10. Trojans fell behind early 5-0, went on a run of their own. Grabbed the lead. Right now we're tied. Goff, Troike, Carter working hard down inside between him and Schallenberger. Goff, high post for Carter. On the left side for Ferguson. Back outside to Goff. He'll reset here with 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Dump off inside Muya. Double team inside against Troike. Elbow. Carter Doherty. Shot no good. Knocked around and gathered up by the Titans. Picked up there by Stanley. In transition. 3 on the way. No good. Rebound Muya. Caleb wants to run with it. Straight up the gut of the Trojan defense. Kick outside. Ethan Goff open 3. Good.
That's a big shot.
In transition. 13-10. A big early bucket for sure. 90 seconds to play now in this opening quarter.
Because you notice the last time down the floor, a lot of red jerseys in that lane. That shot by Goff will loosen things up a little bit.
And Ethan's had the duty of going out and just guarding Cassidy from everywhere. On the right wing, here's Stanley.
He's start
guarded
guarding.
by Troike.
Start
and
guarding.
a steal. Troike. Goff in the paint. Muya slows it down. Slam dunk by Caleb Muya, becoming an every game thing now for him. And he had one, and that's a run by the Trojans. As they have right in the midst of a 7-0 run. Lead at 15-10. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Trojan Basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judd Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members so they are able to make the best decisions. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, or Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
This is Girard Sports Live.
The navy blue one.
The Tommy Hilfiger one? Is that what you're talking about?
That's American Eagle. Come on.
The things we talk about in the break.
Yeah.
A little fashion
That's
discussion. 15-10. Trojans in the midst of a 7-0 run here under a minute to play in this first quarter. It's been kind of a game of runs so far here in the opening moments of this one. The Titans get the Trojans all spread out here from the elbow. Legel, shot up no good. Rebound, Muya. Fouled. Rollover will pick up his second. Were you being sarcastic or literal?
Literal.
You own that sweater.
I used to.
That a teenage girl is wearing here
Right.
inside the gym.
Right. But
it was how many years ago? 20 years ago?
Yeah, it's in the 1990s. I should have kept all my
22 years
clothes
ago?
from the 90s. They're back in style now. I'd saved a boatload of money.
Her parents were in high school.
That's right.
Muya, I'll bring it across the timeline. Let's refocus here. There's a basketball game going on. We're still trying to catch up. Lady Trojans fell in a dandy 171-70 in double overtime after trailing by 13 in the fourth quarter. 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, to be exact. Trojans right now back and forth with the Columbus Titans. Lead by 5, their largest lead of the ball game. This is the largest lead for either team. Titans jumped out to an early 5-0 lead on the Trojans. Ryder whirl with it, 10 seconds to play in the quarter. Troike's going to go ahead and pull the trigger. Try to alley-oop, knocked around. Carter going to come away with it. Nope. To be determined. That ball's slippery. Little sucker. And that's the end of the first quarter. Funny end.
Here they are. Here they are.
Josh has been waiting all night from behind the curtain.
Ladies and gentlemen, behind the curtain.
They probably have a real name.
I know. I don't care.
Favorite time.
Hold on. Don't say anything. This is a band in need of a lead singer. We had to give them one shot, at least this year, behind the curtain. And there they go.
Does that smell like Teen Spirit? Was
Yeah.
that Nirvana?
It was.
That was awesome.
Dave Grohl will be proud.
They are very good. A very talented group of kids there.
Yeah.
All high schoolers playing.
Yeah, they deserve their moment.
I wonder if they got the gig tonight. I think when
I enjoy behind the curtain infinitely more than I enjoy the drum line.
there was a most of those guys were in that drum line.
Yeah, I know, but
There
This
was
is
a
better.
band. There was a homecoming dance or something like that. We had one of our high school bands that played that dance. So
yeah,
carrying on a little tradition here.
That's right.
Sorry to our sponsors who didn't get to play a commercial during that break.
We'll get to
But
them. We
we'll
had
get
a
to
double
them.
overtime
Yeah,
game.
that's true.
We're fine.
15-10. Here we go, second quarter. In this one, Trojans and the Titans. Catch, whirl, set, too slow. Got to pull that trigger. Had a minute. Good recovery by the Titans. High post, Troike. Up off inside, work Carter. Carter off the glass, good, and a foul.
There you go.
Carter's been in a bit of a slump here over the last few ball games, and really good to get him back. Just trying to get healthy. It's a health slump, if anything else. He's been battling that ankle and hurt it early on in the season, but that's a good one for him to get some confidence built back up and go to the stripe and knock it down.
There you go. There you go, big man.
18-10. Trojans now on a 10-0 run.
You start guarding this kid when he gets off the bus.
On the left wing for Stanley. Back around, top of the key, now controlled by Colton Lawrence. There he is. He will get him.
Yeah.
This is entertaining right here. I
Yeah.
just watched those two play one-on-one.
When he goes to the locker room, Ryder's likely to go with him.
Top of the key for Legel. Off to the right side, trying to screen for Cassidy. Ryder just trying to fight through every screen he can. Good recovery there. Top of the key, Stanley open. Help came over with Cassidy. And that's, that was obviously a good shot and a three-point bucket by Sealer Stanley, but that was a Cassidy helped out with that one because he drew the attention. Stops a 10-0 run. Trojans trying to go down inside for Carter. It's knocked around. Troike outside. Turnover by the Trojans. On the right side, wraparound down inside for Legel. Kick back outside, catch, fire, three on the way by Walden. No good. And rebound pulled out of there by Troike. In transition, here comes Troike off to Goff. Thought about a three, didn't take it. Back over to Whirl. Back to Troike. 6:21 to play first half. Trojans lead it 18-13. Goff around. Shot up, no good. Two-pointer, no good. Knocked around inside. Pulled out of there. Well, Titans have packed it down inside for sure on this one, and that gives them some opportunities for some rebounds. Good defense down inside by Carter. Evan lobbying for that ball to go out of bounds off the Titans. Zane Henderson going to check into the ball game. Caleb Muya will come back into the ball game for Girard. Doherty and Troike check out, so some rebounding going out of the ball game. Obviously, with Caleb coming in, some rebounding coming in too. Try to front and back there. Turn around, shot up, no good. Rebound by Muya. On point, up in front. Whirl running. Pull up. One to the alley-oop, didn't get it. That would have been really cool. But it wasn't. Pulled out here by the Titans from Bonkers. Let's see, that was Northwest shooting from Hepler.
That's the second time Ethan's let him get some space over there on the outside, and he's gotten burned.
He's got 13 points for the Titans. He scored their first 10. Henderson trying to just figure out a way to get it down inside for Muya. Here's Ferguson, fouled hard. Fouled hard by Grayson Walden. And it'll be his first personal foul, team foul number 4 on the Titans. 5:18 to play first half. Girard leading by 18. They went on a 10-0 run, led by as many as 8. Right now holding on to a 2-point lead. 6-0 run for the Titans. Stopped right there on the shot by Brett Ferguson. All 5 starters have scored now for the Trojans. Trojans don't go terribly deep into the bench. Zane Henderson, the 6th man right now. And both of them good by Ferguson. Troike got a short rest. He does not stay on the bench very long in games. He's probably averaging, 29, 30 minutes, or 20, what did he play, 4? Yeah, he probably averages 28 points a game. Charge? No.
Nah, man, it's Brett Ferguson. It's against him.
Nope, they're going to call it on Troike. His first.
Oh.
His second, rather. Team foul number 3 on the Trojans. 20-16, Trojans lead it here with 5:03 to play in the first half. There's a turnover. Little zig and a zag there and off the mark on the pass. Ethan Goff going to check back in as well, and Troike going to check out. I said he didn't spend much time on the bench, and that may have been the curse.
2 fouls.
Picked up those 2 fouls, and he will sit down. We probably may not keep him out for the rest of this first half, but certainly for a few minutes. Again, that lose your best ball handle and one of your best rebounders. Goff with it on the left side. 4:44 to play. Back over for Muya. Caleb facing up. Yep, that's a mismatch. They double team him, though, as he gets closer to the paint. Over to Ryder Whirl. Ryder to the corner for Muya. Back outside for Ethan, and they'll reset the offense. Will the Trojans here with 4:20 to play. Muya, baseline foul on Walden, his second.
Just can't keep with him on the dribble. If you're Caleb, you just got to keep exploiting that.
Zane Henderson going to check out. Brett Ferguson checks out. Troike's going to come back into the ball game. Carter Doherty comes back in as well. And Caleb Muya inbound here for Girard. Troike. Evan with it on the left wing. Back around to Goff. Trojans need to knock down a couple buckets here deep. Outside here. Muya, Caleb.
Oh, there
knocked
it
down a
was.
couple of threes the other night, loosened them up. Shot up good and a foul. Hey, some strength from Caleb Muya. He's long and skinny, and he's put on a little bit of weight here from his sophomore to his junior year. But they're stronger than you think on that frame, and that was a strength play there because he fought through that block shot and the foul and put it in. He'll go to the free throw line for the and one. Caleb's got 8 points, chance to make it 9. And he does. 23-16. Trojans back in front by 7. Trojans can put a little pressure on. They missed the open play downside for Schallenberger. Outside left side for Cassidy. From way outside, if that one goes, I was going to.
Now don't lose him. Don't lose him.
Baseline,
Ethan.
up and good. Back Colton Lawrence. Again, even when he doesn't have the basketball, for Cassidy, he's taking your attention a little bit and opens some things up for the Titans. Whirl. Dump off inside for Muya. Got past him. Yep. Gamble a little bit there was Lawrence, and that's too easy for Caleb. I think you do that every possession.
Yeah.
Trojans have an advantage down inside the paint. Dump off inside for Lawrence. Caleb's there. Good defense. Back outside. Swing at Schallenberger. Hand off for Cassidy. And Ryder picking him up. Since the Trojans have figured out that he can shoot from anywhere, they've done a little bit better.
Guard him all the way out to the G out
He's
there.
on him. In there, driving. Little runner, no good. Lawrence trying to tip it back in, and he does. 25-20. Now here's Muya on the left corner. Ryder Whirl catch, fire, 3, good! Ryder Whirl knocks down the 3-point bucket. He's got 5 of the Trojans. Lead by 8. That matches their largest lead of the ball game. Back with their midst of a 10-0 run. Right now they lead at 28-20. Dump off inside Schallenberger. Off the glass. No good. What a big board there by Carter Doherty. Here come the Trojans. They want to run. Troike. Oh, he just splits them up. Again, that was Muya making their defense spread back out. And Troike said, fine, I'll take it right to the rim.
Yeah.
10-point lead, the largest of the ball game for the Trojans. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it. Right now, Girard leads at 30-20. We're back in 1 minute. You're listening to Trojan Basketball on Girard Sports Line.
First National Bank of Girard is proud to be the oldest bank in Crawford County, serving the area since 1878. With 139 years of experience, it's no surprise First National Bank of Girard has such a great reputation for quality customer service. First National Bank of Girard is committed to providing the best quality products and services, including online banking and bill pay, loans, CDs, and more. Use the convenient drive-up window or come on in and see all of the friendly faces at First National Bank of Girard, a proud supporter of Trojan athletics.
Paoni Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Paoni DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Paoni has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Paoni Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new CEREC dental system, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to paonidental.com.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Thirty to 20, Trojans' largest lead right now is 10 here over the Columbus Titans. Titans with the basketball as we come out of the timeouts. Just under 2 minutes to play here in this first half. Up off Lawrence. And he's had a pretty good second quarter. All 6 of his points coming right here, and that snaps another run by the Trojans. 30 to 22. Minute 39. Ethan calls out the offense here for the Trojans. Out around midcourt for Goff. Holding out here Carter with it. Trojans being patient here in the half court. Goff on the right wing. Come and cover him up. Skip pass, whirl, again open. Thought about it. He knocked down a three a moment ago. Long possession here for Girard. Coming up on the minute mark of the first half. Whirl on the right corner.
They're really trying to deny Caleb that ball.
Oh, pump fake by Ferguson. Little runner in the lane, no good. Doherty there again. Carter having himself a ball game. Carter's got 5. Trojans lead again by 10. Here's Cassidy. Swing it. Lawrence, 2-man game here for Columbus. He's got 8. Trojans need to figure that dude out. 32-24. 24 seconds to play. Trojans to hold for the final shot of the first half. Girard National Bank halftime show coming your way in just a little bit. Talk about this one. Recap that girls game for you a little bit. There's a steal by Cassidy. Doherty walked around, and it'll go in on the layup by Cassidy. First shot he's made in a while. He's got 15 points, though, and here's one from way outside by Booyah. Trojans a little turnover late. Gives a little boost to the Titans. And right now it's a 6-point contest. Trojans lead it 32-26 here at halftime. We'll talk about it next year on the Girard National Bank halftime show. Girard National Bank bringing you community banking at its best. Girard National Bank is committed to providing customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way. Personal, business, or agricultural needs, turn to Girard National Bank. 32-26, your score here at halftime. We'll talk about it next on the Girard National Bank halftime show on Girard Sports Live.
Girard National Bank brings you community banking at its best. Family owned and operated for over 80 years, Girard National Bank is committed to providing their customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way. Whether you require personal, business, or agricultural services, Girard National Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. Girard National Bank is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Right now, Call Service has a huge selection of hand-cooked tires, including hand-cooked Dynapro ATM. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service as their trucks crisscross Southeast Kansas, providing on-the-farm tire service daily. Plus, Calls is the first stop for lube and oil changes. Get back in the game with your new set of hand-cooked tires, never halfway. Available now at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
Chicken Annie's Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics. Chicken Annie's of Girard serves up the area's best fried chicken and a whole lot more. Check out their weekly specials like chicken and noodles on Wednesdays, Thursday nights kids nights, and Friday boneless wings. Oh, and don't forget about those delicious homemade pies. Stop in or enjoy their mouth-watering favorites at home with carry-out and catering available. Chicken Annie's Girard, continuing a Southeast Kansas tradition. Learn more at chickenanniesgirard.com or call 620-724-4090.
Crawcan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in Southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net. or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
Producers Co-op of Girard has been serving the needs of farmers and ranchers in Southeast Kansas for decades. With a wide range of products and services, you'll be sure to find what you're looking for. Contact the Agronomy Center for seed recommendations, seed treatments, crop scouting, and more, or stop by the farm store for feeds, equipment, supplies, clothing, and accessories. Producers Co-op also has bulk fuels and propane available. To see everything Producers Co-op Association has to offer, visit them online at www.girardcoop.com or give them a call at 620-724-8241.
This is Girard Sports Live.
(32-26) your halftime score. The Girard Trojans on top of the Columbus Titans. Take a look at your Canal Eye Care eye on the game. Thanks to the support from their community, Canal Eye Care has nearly doubled their space and extended their hours with locations in both Pittsburgh and Girard. Canal Eye Care is the clear choice. Call 620-235-1737. Trojans dance squad entertaining you as I run through these. Recap of this first half. Trojans fell behind to an early 5-0. Chipped away, and 4:08 mark took their first lead of the ballgame, 6-5. Lost it briefly, got it back, lost it again, got it back. Tied the ballgame at 10-all. And there was a timeout there at the 2:43 mark by the Trojans. And a discussion was had between Coach Westcott and his players about making sure you guard Patrick Cassidy, who had 10 points, all 10 of their points in the first half. And at that point, the Trojans had a 5-0 run. That was the start of a 10-0 run as they built a lead, 18-10. As they led by 8, that was their largest lead at that point. But then the Titans right back with those big shots, man. 3-point buckets will do it. As they quickly chipped into that back-to-back threes, and all of a sudden, it was a 2-point game, 18-16 on a 6-0 run by the Titans. Trojans, though, grew the lead back up on a nice run as they grew it to, they outscored the Titans 12-6 over the next 2 minutes or so. Led it 30-20 with 1:59 to play, but the Titans again chipping away, and right now it's a 6-point contest, 32-26. That's your IR on the game, brought to you by Canal Eye Care. Take a look at your halftime stats, brought to you by Exchange State Bank. One of the oldest banks in Southeast Kansas, Exchange State Bank is proud to be locally owned and operated, providing quality customer service, online banking, bill pay, mobile banking, and more. At Exchange State Bank, you're not just dealing with bank employees, you're banking with your friends. Learn more at esbks.com. First up for the Titans, Patrick Cassidy, 15 points. Trojans cut his points at half, though, in that second quarter. Ryder Whirl figuring out what his range really is and staying on him.
It's called in the building.
Yep, 15 points for Patrick Cassidy. 8 points from Colton Lawrence, but as they got Cassidy under control, Lawrence went to work. All 8 of his points coming in the second quarter. If he doesn't do that, this is a blowout at this point, but the Trojans got to find an answer for Lawrence. And then 3 points from Sailor Stanley, as he was one of those guys that knocked down that three to stop that 10-0 run by the Trojans. For the Trojan men, or for the Trojans. For the Trojans men, Caleb Muya, 11 points for him, including 10 from the field. And then 5 points from Ryder Whirl, 5 points from Carter Doherty, who's had a really good first half. 4 points for Evan Troike, 3 for Ethan Goff, and 2 for Brett Ferguson, for the Trojans. Right now, the Trojans lead at 32-26. Second half coming your way next, right here on Girard Sports Live.
Thanks to your support, Canara Eye Care has expanded. With double the space, they offer more exam rooms, larger optical selection, and extended hours to fit your schedule. And with the latest technology, they can quickly diagnose any eye-related issues. All patients are welcome at Canara Eye Care, the clear choice for your family's vision.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about their ePower checking, mobile banking, and bill pay, and new Guardian Secure Checking. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC, and a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Go Trojans! McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season.
Are you in need of post-surgical therapies for yourself or a loved one? The employees of Medical Lodges are here to care for you. With over 50 years of serving the community, they pride themselves on having the therapy experience you deserve. In fact, Medical Lodges is the first healthcare company in the United States to be 100% employee-owned. So when you're at Medical Lodges, you're part of the family. Stop by one of their homes today and feel the Medical Lodges difference. For more information, check out medicallodges.com.
G&W Foods is the one-stop shop for everything you need to feed the family. With a great selection of quality, fresh, and delicious foods, you're sure to find something to satisfy every appetite. With friendly and knowledgeable staff, the folks at G&W Foods can help you find what you need so you can get in, get out, and on your way with your day. Plus, don't forget G&W Foods for the great daily lunch specials. Open 7 days a week. Check out their weekly Facebook-only specials. The G&W Foods family super wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck.
For over 80 years, Evans Motors has provided some of the best handshakes in the four-state area. No matter what type of handshake a situation calls for, Evans Motors will guide the hand into its proper position with the correct amount of pressure. Risky handshakes, classic handshakes, or something in between, Nate and Eddie have an arsenal of shakes, roughly umpteen. So the next time you want an optimal handshake, come to Evans Motors in Pittsburgh.
Norris Outdoor has a huge selection of quality billboards spread throughout southeast Kansas, giving you the ability to put your business in front of thousands of customers daily. But did you know? Norris Outdoor can also be where you get your next digital sign for your business, school, church, or sports venue. Norris Outdoor Signs is now a distributor of Sky Slate digital signs, giving you direct from the manufacturer pricing and giving your business a brand new look with high-resolution digital signage. To learn more, call Jared Norris at 620-249-7462. Norris Outdoor is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
Here we go, second half action already underway here, just underway quickly out of this. They didn't let that clock wind down.
No.
Titans with it, coming out of the break. Trojans lead it by 6, led by as many as 10 a couple of times in that first half. And right now, holding on to a 6-point lead. It can anytime disappear quickly with the outside shooting of the Columbus Titans. On the right wing, Jared Graham. This is kind of a two-man game. Cassidy with it. Ryder Whirl is going to sleep like a baby tonight. You're right, he's not doing any dancing tonight. He's trying to keep up with Cassidy. He's doing a darn good job of it.
He's doing his dancing right now.
Shot no good. Flying in there, and that dude wanted it more than everybody else. Graham comes out of there with it. Behind the back, nifty there. Legel, shot up off the glass, good. Austin Legel's first field goal of the ball game. The Trojans have done a good job against the big guy down inside, but it's a 4-point game. 32-28. This is one of those games on paper you say, the Trojans got this one. 4-10 record, not a real good schedule the Titans have played. Trojans right now 9-4 and played a pretty good schedule. Muya off the glass and good. Oh, didn't get it good, but got back. Didn't want to make me look stupid by saying it was good, so he went ahead and got it. He's got 13. Trojans back in front by 6.
He's real concerned about you.
6:35 to play. There's Cassidy, little give and go, and back outside. Ryder. The ball's on the opposite side of the floor, and he's right on him.
Yep.
There's Muya behind the back, nifty there. He'll take it with the right hand layup, no good. Knocked around, pulled out of there by Lawrence. Cassidy will bring it up the floor.
Caleb's real good at avoiding the contact. That time, you just sometimes want to go in and create that contact.
This is coming off of 2 nights ago when Ryder had the best player for the Frontenac Raiders most of the game as well. On the other end, here comes Goff. High post Ferguson. Troike. Whirl. Had it for a moment. Back over. 5:49. It's been a much more fluid game. Quicker than the girls' contest went. That game went forever. Obviously went to double overtime. Lady Trojans fell 71-70. Bump fake. Ferguson. Scoop. Good. And the foul. What a take by Brett Ferguson.
Brett Ferguson, where you been? That was awesome.
Field goal of the ball game is a beauty. Trojans 4 for 4 from the free throw line in that first half as well.
Whatever he's doing, they need to bottle it.
Yep. Oh, this is the free throw. Gathered up by Troike, though. Back out Whirl. Ryder thought about it. Kickoff. Ferguson. Back over to Troike. Here's Goff, dump off inside whirl. Turn around, off the glass, no good. Knocked around, loose ball, last touch by the Titans.
Ooh. I don't know about that one, but
good break for the Trojans.
Yeah. A little home cooking.
36-28, 5:28 to play, and a timeout coming by Coach Smiley and the Titans. Timeout on the floor, we'll take it. Trojans in front by 8. They led by as many 10. Back in 30 seconds, you're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
G&W Foods is the one-stop shop for everything you need to feed the family. With a great selection of quality, fresh, and delicious foods, you're sure to find something to satisfy every appetite. With friendly and knowledgeable staff, the folks at G&W Foods can help you find what you need so you can get in, get out, and on your way with your day. Plus, don't forget G&W Foods for the great daily lunch specials. Open 7 days a week. Check out their weekly Facebook-only specials. The G&W Foods family super wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck.
This is Girard Sports Live.
.5:28 to play in this third quarter. Trojans lead at 36-28 over the Columbus Titans. A little tight, tenacious Titans. I was trying to find some alliteration there and about couldn't.
The fighting Titans. I don't know how you would have made it work there.
There was a team.
There's a lot of fighting.
My first
in
year
these
in professional broadcasting, it was the Fighting Bulldogs, and you had to say fighting every time.
Wow.
Yep. I don't even remember where that was at. Trojans with the basketball. Eastern Colorado. Dump off inside Ferguson. He'll
thought about it.
Get back over to Ryder. Ryder, kick, Goff. Oh, Troike just saying, please give me the ball. Evan has worked hard getting open without the basketball. He moves well without the basketball. He plays in that post position, but he's a little undersized, and so he can move around freely and find the gaps in his own defense. Cassidy just trying to finally gets loose. Missed it.
Misses.
Ryder going the other end. Out fast break there. Layup on the right hand, good. World's got 7. Trojans' largest lead now is 12.
That's the risk of taking those long shots is that run out.
4:41 to play.
If you don't make it.
Ryder's done a good job against him. Baseline for Cassidy. Kick back out. Legel trying to go around. Trojans get the rebound. Made Legel change his position because they were set up to take the charge. Dump off inside. Muya pumping. And he is fouled. And Caleb going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Foul's called on Lawrence. Colton Lawrence. His second team foul, number 2 on the Titans in the second half. And Colton had 8 points in that first half. Or 8 in the first half, all in the second quarter. As Muya knocks down the first one. Caleb's got 14 points. Sam Woolever checks out of the ball game. So does Legel. Cassidy has not checked out of the game this entire ball game either. He's not been on the bench. Trojans' largest lead now is 14. He'll bring it across the timeline. Ryder up on him. He's had to fight through screen after screen as well. Playing that defense against him. There's a catch 3 on the way, no good. Rebound, Troike. Evan, run to the floor. Looking. Scoop off. What a dish. What a finish. Evan was going to do that when he caught the ball down here at the free throw line on the other end. He was looking down the floor knowing what he wanted to do before he even got down there. And Caleb very fortunate to be playing on the same floor with him. 44-28. Those two have really come on strong here. Cassidy can try to push the issue and penetrate. He's a different kind of cat because he wants to work inside out. He needs to penetrate so it'll loosen the defense up on the edge.
He can work outside in.
And so he will go to the free throw line to try to stop this run by the Trojans. Right now, Girard outscoring the Titans 12-2 in this second half. 3:40 to play in the third quarter. And Cassidy.
And the thing with a jump shooter like Cassidy, Ryder Worrell, Coach West got to have the right idea. You make him run all over the floor just to get a look. And eventually those legs aren't there and the shot doesn't fall like it did before.
Cassidy at the free throw line to shoot his second. Good.
And Cassidy, good for 2.
44-28. That was a 12-0 run by the Trojans. Stopped by Cassidy off the free throw line. On the right side. Dump off inside. Carter blocked. Troike with the rebound. Blocked. But a foul, and Evans going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
That's another example of if he'd have gone up straight, he probably would have just got the block, but he swatted at the ball.
Yep. Saw that a ton in the girls' game. And Evan going to the free throw line, 65% free throw shooter. First one's up, good. And Evans got 7 points for Girard. Cassidy going to sit down for the first time tonight. And him and Ryder will both be as far apart from one another as they've been all night long. Here comes the second one from Troike.
Well, I don't know. Ryder may just want to keep an eye on him over there.
46-30. Suddenly, it's a 16-point game. It fascinates me. But defense down inside. Schallenberger fighting in on Carter, and Carter just trying to stay up and down.
I don't know how he got a foul call there, but.
No, and Evans saying don't bring your hands down. He didn't. He did. I mean, that was a pretty good effort defensively by Carter. And Carter, again, he's having a pretty good ball game for him. He had 5 points at halftime, but he's been a force down inside. That's been a good match between him and Schallenberger. And Schallenberger leads the first one off the front end. Titans still, just 4 guys have scored for them. Schallenberger trying to be the 5th. Here comes the second one. He can't. Rebound, Carter. Doherty pulls it down and outlet to Muya. Caleb on the left wing. Give over to Troike. Quickly to Goff. Wrap around, trying to go down inside. And low percentage pass, trying to wrap it around. Good defense down inside by Lawrence. Him and Ferguson going at it. Cassidy working against Goff. Now Ethan's got his hands full. Top of the key. Troike picking up on Woollever. Back outside Cassidy. Dump off inside for the big fella Schallenberger. Cassidy, little runner on the baseline. Knocked around, still to be determined. Knocked around. Brett Ferguson comes out of there with the board. Helped out by Carter Doherty. Trojans running. Here is Goff. Dump off inside. Off the glass and good by Muya. It's little things like that that I'm noticing that this group of kids is starting to come together and know where each other are at. That pass by Troike. That give by Ethan Goff. They are starting to play like a machine. On the left side for Woollever. Driving. Good help defense. Wide open look by Stanley. No good. And rebound by Troike. They're going to run again. Evan. Dump off for Goff. A no look. Up and in. And again, Ethan Goff finished it. I almost gave the points to Troike. The assist is so good that you almost get the points for it. Off to the right wing. It's a 20-point game. Trojans taking over here in the third quarter. Schallenberger back outside for Lawrence. Left him too far open. No good. You're right. Legs probably starting to become a little bit of a factor. Brett Ferguson. Troike's there trailing, though. Skip pass outside. Goff. 3 on the way. Good! Ethan Goff knocks in the 3, and the Trojans are pouring it on the Titans here tonight on homecoming. It's a 23-point game with 90 seconds to play in the third. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it. We're back in 1 minute. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
First National Bank of Girard is proud to be the oldest bank in Crawford County, serving the area since 1878. With 139 years of experience, it's no surprise First National Bank of Girard has such a great reputation for quality customer service. First National Bank of Girard is committed to providing the best quality products and services, including online banking and bill pay, loans, CDs, and more. Use the convenient drive-up window or come on in and see all of the friendly faces at First National Bank of Girard, a proud supporter of Trojan athletics.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Girard Trojans have outscored the Columbus Titans 21-4 in the first 6.5 minutes of this third quarter. Titans only 1 field goal in this third quarter. 2-point bucket from Austin Lago and a couple of free throws from Patrick Cassidy is all they have to show for it here in this one.
Trojans slow getting out of the huddle there.
Yep,
Cost
easily
him a
get it up
bucket.
there. And Clay Saporito,
Basket for Columbus, number 4, Clay Saporito.
his first action of the night. Snaps another run by the Trojans. Dump off inside. Doherty up the glass. A good dish by Muya. And Carter, the beneficiary there. He's got 7. 55-32. On the right side. Move it back through. On the right wing. Dump off inside. Doherty straight up and down. Good defense. Brett Ferguson's there too. Jump ball in favor of the Trojans. That was good help defense by Ferguson. Good straight up and down defense by Carter Doherty. 54 seconds to play here, third quarter. Trojans lead it 55-32, matching their largest lead of the ball game.
We said it during the break, BJ, or I said it. I think this is the most complete game these Trojans have played top to bottom on that roster all year long.
Yep.
Everybody's doing their job tonight.
Ryder. Give some credit to Ryder. He has done himself a lot of work on the defensive end.
Not a lot of points, but he's probably run about 6 miles tonight.
Ryder, what a good dish. And the bucket by Caleb Muya. Caleb's got 10 points in the second half already. 21 for the ball game. 57-32. Kick outside Cassidy on that Trojan head. There's a baseline jumper by John Crane up and good. His first action of the ball game. Coach Smiley's gone to the bench here to try to find an answer. And that's the end of the third quarter. Coach is still imploring them, hey, focus, you need to know at the time and know the down and distance, they say in football. 57-34. Trojans, good third quarter. We're back in 1 minute. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Of course, Ag Choice has all the products you need to keep your crops growing, like fertilizer, crop protection products, and seed. But Ag Choice is also the first stop for keeping your livestock operation going, with a great selection of farm supplies, equipment, and quality feeds. To find solutions to all of your agricultural needs, contact Joe Murphy of Ag Choice of Hepler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
This is Girard Sports Live.
(57-34) Girard Trojans on top of the Columbus Titans here on the homecoming. Lady Trojans fell earlier tonight in a heartbreaker. It was a dandy of a ball game. 71-70 the final score in double overtime as the ladies came back from a 13-point deficit, about 3:10 to play in the ball game. They didn't make their first field goal of the fourth quarter until the 3:12 mark, and then chewed away a 13-point deficit to tie it at the buzzer on a runner in the lane by Sydney Crane. They traded points in the first overtime, and then a field goal, or a free throw rather, the difference. Trojans had a shot at it at the buzzer and couldn't get the win here on homecoming night, but it was an entertaining contest to say the least. Trojan men, a big third quarter, kind of trying to put this one out of reach for the Titans. Here's Lagle in the paint, shot up, no good, rebound. Brett Ferguson crashing in there, and a foul going to be called on Walden, pushing against him. And 57-34. Trojans led 32. They outscore them 15-6 in that third quarter. Hand off Muya. Nope. Fake by Brett Ferguson. Scoop with the right hand. Good. That was nifty.
Silky smooth Brett Ferguson tonight.
Brett's had some
He's had some good-looking moves.
59-34.
It is homecoming, and he is a senior, so if you're going to show out, you're going to do it tonight.
Tonight. On the right side. Step through. Lagle. Lost it. Muya comes up with it.
Lagle almost got the ankle
Shake him
tackle.
off, yeah. Troike on the left wing. Oh, Muya wanted Troike down inside. Now Troike directing traffic in the paint. There it is. High post. Reverse out. Dump off. And
right to the hands.
Brett says, my bad. I wasn't ready for that one. And Evan's one of those guys, you better have your head on a swivel. You get a broken nose.
Yeah, you'll end up with Spalding across your face.
Don't give Spalding. They didn't pay for that time.
Oh.
Dump off inside. Interception by Evan Troike. Run to the floor. Rider whirl. One extra pass, maybe too many, and you get smoked to the floor. Gathered back up. Here come the Titans. Stanley off left side for Walden. Into the paint. Little runner. Good. Grayson Walden, his first field goal. We've had a lot of those guys get their first buckets of the ballgame here in the second half. Booyah into the paint. Stepping through. Just keeping with it. And Caleb's had himself a ball game. 61-36. Trojan men trying to wash the bad taste out of the mouth of this hometown crowd here. Dump off inside Lego. Fighting and a travel. Good help defense. Double dribble. Good help defense on the backside by Ethan Goff. Good defense in front by Ferguson. And it's going to go back to the Trojans. Goff, Booyah on the left corner. Caleb, baseline, just blows past him. Just a crossover and go. I'm faster than you are. Goes to the baseline. I can jump higher too. 63-36.
I got better
emphatic
hair.
one.
Yeah.
That dunk Caleb had in the fourth quarter of the game against Frontenac was the start of a run that put that game out of reach, and it was one of the more impressive dunks I've seen. He can flat elevate. On the right side. Here's Walden. Tangled up by Troike. Good defense there. Don't let him have it. Ryder on him. Good defense. On the right side. Here's Walden. Lost Schallenberger. Recovered though. Ferguson back outside Walden. He'll pump. And a foul on Evan.
Little hand check there.
They have let him play here, but it's been free movement.
Yeah, it's been a good flow to this game.
Yep.
It's rare that we can make it this deep into a game without me complaining about the officials, but
congratulations.
Yeah.
It's 1st of February. It's just a good time to start a New Year's resolution as any, Josh.
I might have dislocated my shoulder, patting myself on the back there.
Walden, throw it in deep, track it down. Is Graham. Do it.
Oh, yeah. Just what the heck, you know?
Here's Graham. No good. He gets his own rebound. Get it back.
Oh, that.
Back to Graham. Good defense. Right whirl. We're going to do defensive player of the game, and he's going to get it. He may get our total player of the game the way he's played tonight. He has basically shut Cassidy down since that first quarter. When they switched it up, put him on there. He had 10 points in the first quarter. He has got 7 the rest of the game. Walden in the paint. Losing Troike.
Not a bad-looking player. He kind of reminds me of the way Troike plays.
Yep, a little bit. He's got 4. 63-38. Dump off inside Carter. Shot up. They're going to say he is fouled on the floor. It'll stay with the Trojans. Foul going to be called on Schallenberger. His first. 4:13 to play. Troike, catch, corner, 3, good.
Oh! No, when it's working, man.
Yep, things feel good. Ryder on top. Walden, scoop, and good. Schallenberger. These boys are going to make a case for why they should have been in the game to begin with. Trojans have lost a little bit. They gave that a 2 to Troike. I gave it 3. Foul on the floor again.
Still made it.
Still made it. Foul called on Lawrence, his 3rd.
He's got a quick first step.
Yep.
And he doesn't use it all that often, taking people out on the perimeter off the dribble. But
well, Coach, I mean, give credit to Caleb. He does what he needs to do to make them a successful team. They got 10 wins, double-digit wins is always a good thing. And
plays within the system, that's for sure.
If he wants to play, which I think he does, here's a 3 by Goff, no good. He didn't know that guy was behind him. If he wants to play at the next level, which I think he does and certainly has the ability to, he'll have to play it at a guard, and that first step is going to be pretty crucial. And the outside shot that he has but doesn't take a lot because he knows he needs to be down in the paint.
Yeah, it'll be interesting if we get to see him play at the next level to watch him change as a player, because you're right. He's going to have to start depending more on that shot than he is here at the high school level, because he's one of the bigger guys on the floor here. The next level, that will not be the case.
Yep.
So it's going to have to highlight a different part of his game, but it's there.
However, I will tell you that Schallenberger just backing Carter down. Carter's like, what am I supposed to do? what am I supposed to do? But we break down Caleb Mouillard. He has earned every minute he gets, but that experience playing in the paint and then going to play guard will benefit him greatly.
And if you got a nose for the ball, you got a nose for the ball.
Right.
It doesn't matter. But different things will be asked of him, I guess is what I'm saying.
Schallenberger over 3 now from the free throw line. 65-40. Trojans going to cruise to victory here tonight. 3:15 to play in this ball game. This is about the point that Lady Trojans were down by 13 and came back to tie it. Schallenberger off the schneid, knocks down his first free throw of the evening. Off the right side, Dylan Collins into the ball game for the Trojans. Zane Henderson in as well.
A lot of folks have made that trip back to Columbus already.
Quite a bunch back here.
Yeah, sparse.
Dump off inside for Carter's going to catch. Going to go up strong. Shot no good. Zane Henderson's there. Carter comes out of bounds from out of bounds to get it. He'll get contact to go up.
Good effort tonight by Carter.
Yep.
I mean, he's been battling. He's had some adversity, and he's really had his work cut out for him against some pretty good-sized players down low for Columbus. But good to see him battle and get a little bit of success out of it tonight.
At the free throw line here for Doherty. He was 1 for 1 before that one, missed it. Back in action on Tuesday. Trojans will be down the road here. What was that, about 14 miles to Cherokee. Take on the Southeast Lancers. Pregame coverage around 5:45, tip-off at 6 o'clock. Carter leaves both short.
Trojans trying to go for that K7 sweep.
There you go. Up off right side, Cassidy. He can make his own shot in the lane, too. That one's no good. Rebound off to Whirl. Catch. Had to pull it down.
Yeah, too deep.
Let him a little bit. He'll reward Ethan, though. Other way. Good.
Oh, nice to see it. Nice to see Ethan Goff just taking that shot in rhythm.
68-41. Boys having fun tonight.
Yep.
2:18 to play. There's Cassidy. Back off Walden. Dump off inside for Schallenberger. Walden a catch. 3, no good. Knocked around. That's helped out by Doherty, but can't pick it up by the Trojans. Back inside for Schallenberger. Good defense by Carter. Back outside Cassidy. Trojans trap him in the corner. Under 2 to play in this one. Walden, scoop, Schallenberger,
Nice pass.
good. Yeah, very good pass.
Yeah, that's a good. I told you, he kind of reminds me of Troike. That was a Troike-esque move there.
I wonder if anybody said that's a BJ Harris-esque move. I don't think that's ever happened. Maybe getting out of the recliner.
Not from anything graceful, I don't think.
I'm sure there's somebody out there that has one. And you're right, it's probably not positive. It's a timeout from Coach Westcott to get subs into the ball game. See the Bruni going to check into the ball game for the Trojans. Caden Lallman going to check in for Girard. Also checking in for the Trojans is Rigby Bourne.
Well, we're giving up some height now, that's for sure.
Lallman. Henderson. Bruning.
Take it, man.
On the left wing is Bourne way out high. Freshman. Dylan Collins.
Collins had some good minutes in that Wilson County Classic.
Yep. Bruning. Knocked down a 3.
Yeah.
Here's Bourne to Bruning. Running the offense. Got our post-game show coming up in just a little bit. Evans Motors post-game show. Thanks to those guys. Lazy pass. Going to be stolen away. Stanley going to lay it up. Miss. Oh, good hustle by Dylan Collins to come back and at least stay with it.
Yeah, he's going to be a nice piece next year.
Yep. Recap this ball game in a little bit. We'll talk about that girls game briefly and talk to the head coach of the Girard Trojans, Rod Westcott. He's burning outside, holding 16 seconds to play in this one. Well, the third quarter, Trojans only led by 6 at halftime. They led by 10 a couple of times in that first half, but only led by 6, and then outscored the Titans 21-4 at one point in that third quarter. And cruised to victory 68-43 here on homecoming. Lady Trojans fell earlier tonight in a double overtime thriller, 71-70. Lady Trojans fall to 9-5 on the year, 2-1 in the CNC. Trojan men still in the driver's seat of the conference. They move to 10-4 and 3-0 in conference play. We'll talk about it next year on the Evans Motors postgame show. Since 1935, Evans Motors has been getting people into vehicles, getting them on the road. Stop by just south of Pittsburgh or see Nate and Eddie for a test drive and let them find you the vehicle that is right for you, or check out their online showroom at evansmotors.net. Trojan men win it 68-43. Ladies lose it in double overtime 71-70. We'll talk about them both next on the Evans Motors postgame show on Girard Sports Live.
For over 80 years, Evans Motors has provided some of the best handshakes in the four-state area. No matter what type of handshake a situation calls for, Evans Motors will guide the hand into its proper position with the correct amount of pressure. Risky handshakes, classic handshakes, or something in between, Nate and Eddie have an arsenal of shakes, roughly umpteen. So the next time you want an optimal handshake, come to Evans Motors in Pittsburgh.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their number one goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judd Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members so they are able to make the best decisions. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, or Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
This is Girard Sports Live.
(68-43), the Girard Trojans win it here tonight on the boys' side in a good one over the Columbus Titans. Lady Trojans fall, though, earlier tonight, 71-70, but not for a lack of trying. They struggled through some poor shooting throughout the night. Sydney Crane kind of put them on her back down the stretch of that ballgame. She had 27. She had 9 at halftime, so not a bad second half for her. 18-point second half for Sydney, and Lady Trojans but fall 1 point shy in their bid for a homecoming win. A split with the Titans here tonight. Get back in action on Tuesday for Southeast down there in Cherokee, then on the road at Independence, then on the road at Galena. So a 3-game road stretch coming up here in just a little bit, and then back here for the final game in 2 Fridays for the final game here in Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium of the season. Can you believe it? Trojans win it here on the boys' side, though, in spectacular fashion. 68-43. Player of the game brought to you by Brocop Construction, where they specialize in new home construction. To learn more or to get a free estimate, call Matt Brocop at 620-687-2381. Josh, it's easy. I mean, you always look at Caleb Moon. He's got 25 points. We'll talk more about that on our stats, but
2 monster dunks.
Two huge dunks in this one, but 7 points from Ryder Worrell.
But that, yeah.
But at the, I'll go back here and find the numbers.
35 points worth of effort.
2:43 mark of the first quarter. Coach calls a timeout and has a discussion, I think we described it. Animated discussion with the Trojans about making sure you guard Patrick Cassidy, because he had 10 points at that point. All 10 of their points were from him. He had all 10 of their first quarter points. And from that timeout at the 2:43 mark, Cassidy finished the game with 7 more points. So what he had in the first quarter was more than he had in the final 3 quarters combined. 17 points for him, still pretty good, but the way he started, and once Ryder decided I'm going to guard him the way I want better than I can guard anyone else, and he does it, knocks him down, and keeps him from going crazy. 17 points for him. Take a look at your final stats. Brought to you by Westridge Assisted Living, allowing seniors to remain active and enjoying their daily lives in a worry-free, stress-free environment. Stop by and see Kathy and Girard to learn more about what Westridge Assisted Living has to offer your loved ones. First up for the Titans, 17 points from Cassidy, the only guy in double figures, leading the Titans in this one. Trojans limit the Titans to 6 second-half field goals completely. So a defensive effort certainly in this one. 17 points from Cassidy, 8 points from Colton Lawrence, all in the second quarter and all in a span of about a minute and a half. He got all of his points in this one. 5 points from Tommy Schallenberger, 4 points from Grayson Walden, 3 points from Sailor Stanley, 2 points from Clay Saporito, and 2 points from Austin Lago for the Titans. Final score, again, 68-43 Trojans win. Trojans led by Caleb Muyal, scores 25 points for him. Continue to add to his average, which is around 24 points a game. 11 points from Ethan Goff, including 3 threes in the ball game. 10 points from Evan Troike, 3 guys at double figures, and then everybody else contributing nicely. 7 points from Ryder Worrell, 7 points from Carter Doherty, who's had his best ball game in quite some time, and 6 points from Brett Ferguson for the Trojans as they win it 68-43. Lady Trojans fell early tonight 71-70 in double overtime. We'll step away, take another quick break, come back, talk to the head coach of the Girard Trojans, Rod Westcott, and wrap things up here from Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. Trojans win it over the Titans 68-43. You're watching it on Girard Sports Live.
You built a castle so that the prince and princess can live happily ever after. You brought the sunshine to shine upon the whole family's future. But when the sun hides behind the clouds, State Farm can help. We put the life back in life insurance to protect your family's finances, not only in the future, but today.
Call your State Farm agent TJ Belcher in Girard today at 620-724-4558.
Chicken Annie's Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics. Chicken Annie's of Girard serves up the area's best fried chicken and a whole lot more. Check out their weekly specials like chicken and noodles on Wednesdays, Thursday nights kids nights, and Friday boneless wings. Oh, and don't forget about those delicious homemade pies. Stop in or enjoy their mouth-watering favorites at home with carry-out and catering available. Chicken Annie's Girard, continuing a Southeast Kansas tradition. Learn more at chickenanniesgirard.com or call 620-724-4090.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Back out here to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium, the Girard Trojans victorious over the Columbus Titans. Final score in this one, 68-43. Coach's interview brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust, in business for over 30 years. Be sure to stop by soon and pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Coach, what a game. Josh and I were talking, and he mentioned on the broadcast, probably your most complete ball game, start to finish, top to bottom on your, 6-7 deep that you go. Had to feel good to get that one.
Yeah, I thought our guys did a nice job the second half of coming out and defending. They got a couple guys that can really shoot the ball, and I felt like we made them work so hard to get open in that second half that they got a little tired and didn't have the legs and didn't shoot it as well in the second half. So really pleased to see that. I thought Ryder Worrell really did a good job after the first quarter on their little shooter they got, because the little kid can light it up. Yep. If we didn't know that beforehand, we for sure do now. But our kids responded and stepped up and did some nice things. The other thing I told them after the game tonight, I was really proud of the way we shared the ball.
Yep.
We moved the ball tonight and got good looks, and we're very unselfish with the basketball and got it where it needed to be. So, and a lot of kids played well tonight. It was good to see.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun to watch. And you were talking about Ryder. He was our player of the game. It's tough to do that when you got a kid that went 25 and threw down a couple of jams, and Caleb Muya. But Ryder, man, he had the Cassidy kid had 10 points. You called a timeout at 2:43, and we said, what did we say? Animatedly described that kid needs to be guarded better. And from that point on, he only had 7 more points, and that was mostly due to Ryder, and he flat guarded him.
Yeah, he
start
did.
to finish.
He did. He got up in him and worked his tail off.
Yeah.
And still played well offensively. A lot of times, when you're spending that much defensively, it's tough to get your legs under you and keep going on offense. But played well on both ends of the floor, and that's something I feel like we've probably been missing this year is that defensive stopper. And Ryder's kind of stepping into that role a little bit. And if he can do that for us, and I thought Ethan did a pretty good job on him when we took Ryder out. Ethan come in and give him a spell. But if we can get that defensive mentality, good things are going to happen.
It seems to lead to offense. Ethan had 3 threes in this ballgame as well. Good to see him shooting better again. And Carter Doherty, probably his best effort of the new year.
He's starting to get back a little bit.
Healthy.
I told him I saw a little air under his feet tonight, so that's good. He's getting a little spring in his step and starting to feel better about things. I thought Brett really played well tonight.
Yep.
Had a nice game. I told Caleb, I said, I know you had a dunk or two, but I think the play of the game was the fake handoff. And
that's pretty sweet.
Caleb didn't agree, but no, Brett played well. Thought Evan did a great job again. Got to the rim and really distributed the ball. Kids did some good things tonight. And hopefully that's a sign of good things to come.
Still in the driver's seat of the CNC as well. Have a little bit of a road stretch here where you got 2 CNC games, a non-conference game on the road as well. So got to feel good to have that win and have a little momentum as you roll in through now what kind of becomes the dog days of the season right now. You got to push through this, and then you get that final stretch. How do you see yourself approaching the final game?
You're right. We got 2 non-leagues this next week, and both of them on the road.
2 non, yeah.
We will not be back here till
2 weeks.
Till we see Colgan. I think that's on a Tuesday night maybe. But I don't know, was it Tuesday or Friday? I'm not sure, but that'll be a senior night and be the last one. So we got to take advantage of these home ones when we get them. But, we go on the road next week. We'll have to be ready to play.
Coach, appreciate your time as always. Congratulations. Good
Thanks,
win.
BJ.
Head coach of the Girard Trojans, Rod Westcott, joining us here on the Evans Motors postgame show. Again, the Trojans win at 68-43 over the Columbus Titans. Lady Trojans fell earlier tonight in double overtime, 71-70. They were led by Sydney Cream with 27 points, including a big fourth quarter tonight. Caleb Muya leads all scorers on the boys' side with 25 for the Trojans. Thanks to both coaches coming up here and talking to us. Good night here on homecoming. Would have been just a little bit better with a 1-point difference, 2-point difference. Could have been better for the Lady Trojans, but still very entertaining. Josh, a good night for you. Appreciate your time as always. And for Josh Letter, I'm BJ Harris saying good night from beautiful Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. Trojans split with the Titans. You watched it on Girard Sports Live.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Augustine sets a feed, fire 3. Good!
Girard Sports Live is presented by Crocan Telephone, your community technology partner. Also by Ag Choice of Hepler, American Family Insurance, Jenny Collins Agency, Bradshaw Collision Repair, Brumback Service Center, Call Service, Chicken Annie's of Girard, Chris Paoni, DDS, Community National Bank and Trust of Girard, Evans Motors, Exchange State Bank, Farm Bureau Financial Services, First National Bank, Fort Scott Community College, G&W Foods Family Super, Girard National Bank, Canar Eye Care, Larrett Ceramics, Lehman Realty, Mathis Drug, McClellan Sanitation, Medical Lodges Girard, Norris Outdoor, Pearls and Curls Boutique, Producers Co-op Farm Store, Producers Cooperative Association, TJ Belcher at State Farm Insurance, and Westridge Assisted Living.
Off to Hanson. Hanson, he'll drive. Libya, little runner with the right hand. Good, and the foul. Libya Hanson gets the bucket and the foul.
This is Girard Sports Live.